Let's see. There we go. Hey everybody, hope you guys are all having a very good evening here. I tried to stream a few minutes ago, but all of my OBS software or my Streamlabs software crashed, so I had to like redo everything in a hurry here. So just give me 1 second as I kind of configure this video to kind of match what I'm looking for here. Let's see. There we go. Okay, now I need to actually just transform this a little bit here. Let's go with the 50. How does that look? Let's go with the 70 right here. All right, let's go with the 200. Let's go with the 220 actually. There we go. Top, we can go with a nice 250. No, let's go, I guess, 220. Oop, no. 210. There we go. That looks fine enough to me. The one thing I have to do here is just... There we go. Oh, why'd you do that? Okay, well, hold on 1 second here, guys. Let me squeeze this down here. There you go. Okay, that's a little bit more detailed to what I'm looking for. Now let me just, from the right, let me go to 270. Maybe 300. Oh, wow, this is very... Okay. 500. 700, 800, oh no, 7,800, 800, there we go, okay. Top, let's go to 300 now. Left, let's go to, let's see, let's go 200 now. 250. There we go, that's good enough. And I can kind of adjust stuff here as needed be. Let's move that here a little bit. Oops. No, I'll just do it this way. Sorry about this, guys. I'm not used to resetting everything on the fly. There we go. Okay. All right. Now we can get going with the stream, guys. Let me put my mug down here. Let me put this so I can read you guys' conversations here. Oh, this is what I was looking for. Camera control, auto. No, I don't want it to be auto. I want to focus on myself here. Autofocus. There we go. Okay. And exposure should be fine. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Hey, Ninja. Hey, Shazab. Looks like whales are moving money into, from Bitcoin into alts. Yeah, a little bit. That's what I saw today. You know, before we had this little bit of a move here, maybe I can still find it on coinmarketcap.com, guys. In the last 24 hours, Bitcoin has really done nothing. The last 24 hours, Bitcoin's done zip nada, down 0.24%. Not at all. Right? Not moving much, right? Ethereum, on the other hand, has broken out, and you can see that it's had some great movement because of that breakout, right? If it wasn't for that breakout, you know, Ethereum and Bitcoin would be kind of where the same level of price action right here. ADA is up about 0.42%. Nothing's really happened. BNB is up 1%. XRP is up 5%, and Dogecoin's only up about 1% right now. So Dogecoin needs a little bit more oomph going on right now for us. Polkadot's up 16% in the last 24 hours. Anything else? Uniswap's up 10%. Let me see right here. And Bitcoin's up about 5%. That's one of the ones we've been watching for a while. Compound is actually up about 7%. So we are seeing some moves here in the altcoin market. Oops. What did I just do? Oop. I forgot my screens are different here. Hold on 1 second, guys. There we go. But at the moment, guys, as far as I'm looking at Bitcoin right here, we're heading for a slow grind. If you guys are looking for a short-term drop, we've already had a few instances of those. We're probably going to have a few here. Let me go here. Bounce this back up here. Let's see what's going on. There we go. Okay. There you go. Let's see. Oh, is something wrong? Hold on a second. Let me hit done for this one. There you go. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Let me move it right back here. There we go. That should work out just fine right there. Yeah, but guys, as far as Dogecoin, I mean, Bitcoin's concerned right now, it's on a slow grind move right here. This is the 4-hour chart. You can see we actually have support level around here, maybe about 45,000, 45,200 level right there. If we go over here to the daily chart, pretty similar level of resistance here, right? Similar level of resistance. 46,000 is for that one. 3-hour, we're breaking down below the 3-hour moving average right now. So, in the next, let's say half an hour, if we're unable to close above this 200 moving average on the 3-hour chart, I think you're going to see crypto take a leg down here, where you might see it drop down maybe from 46,800 where it's at now to maybe just around 46,000. So it'll be a little bit of a drop here. Let me see what else do I got over here on the 2-hour chart. Below everything there. Below everything there. Okay. Yeah, so really what we're looking at this moment in time, since we are falling down below the 200 moving average here on the 3-hour chart, our next level of support, if we do end up breaking down here, is going to be around this 45,200, like 45,300 level. Let's say that, which is a little over, a little over $1,400 down from where we are now. So you may see a few altcoins here take a little bit of a dive. The only thing that's been doing well so far is I'm looking at STMX. STMX is actually having a small breakout here, so you are seeing some nice moves from some of these altcoins. But stuff like Dogecoin, Dogecoin's really not doing too much. On the 4-hour chart, it's heading for support. Hopefully, it gives us a chance to kind of bounce off of it. But I'm hoping for, if you look on the 4-hour chart here, there's a huge weight on top of Dogecoin right now, and it's that 20 moving average here on the 4-hour chart. If we're able to pop above that, then we might be able to chug back up towards 28 cents or something like that, a little bit higher than that. But for now, Dogecoin looks a little heavy here, unless it's able to break above the 20 moving average and the 50 moving average here on the the 4-hour charts. According to the day charts, there's really not much support from the moving averages just yet. Not just yet. 3-hour chart, you can see there's even more resistance on Dogecoin. 15 more resistance, right? So there's a lot of resistance in Dogecoin's way at the moment. But if it's able to pop, it'll have a pretty sizable pop at that. Maybe let's say anywhere between a 6 to 10% pop if it is able to pop. But that's what they're going to be talking about on Bitcoin, I guess. Dogecoin's a little bit more attached than I would like to some of the Bitcoin prices, right? Move that there. Bitcoin back to 5. There we are. Yeah, maybe I will have to do that to see. Maybe I'll try that. Let's see. But I'll do that later on. Okay. And I'll disable this for now. Alright. Yeah, I think YouTube is throttling my views here for my stream, so I got to figure out how I'm going to continue streaming forward if YouTube's kind of stealing the views, taking my views away from me. Let me check out something very quick. I polled you guys this morning a little bit earlier just to see if you guys were getting my notifications. I haven't actually checked out the tab here yet. Yeah, most of you guys aren't getting the notifications from that I'm going live, so I'm gonna have to try to find a way to fix that somehow here. Let's see. That should be fine for now. So we'll have a shorter stream today, then I'll try to work out all those kinks here. Because for some reason YouTube has been really taking a whack at crypto channels. I don't think there's been any big scandals in crypto that would kind of justify that, but I'll try to look into it to see if there's a way for me to continue streaming to the same degree I have been so far. Because since YouTube's kind of throwing the views down lower and lower and lower, my time would probably be better served as just making videos for you guys if YouTube's going to cut down my views that much on the streams. But I'll be watching pretty closely here. Let's see on how YouTube reacts to, like, how much more YouTube wants to throttle some of those views down here. Let's see. All right. But if any of you guys have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, crypto's kind of staying stagnant at the moment. Really not doing much. I look at the day chart here. That's not the one I want. There we go. 5 minute for Dogecoin. Sorry, let me go to the day chart for Bitcoin here. What we're looking at right here, we're still going sideways. We've been going sideways for the past 12 days so far. So we're due for a move, whether that's up or down. We are due for a little bit of volatility here over the next few days, guys. So just be aware of that. Right now, it looks a little bit more, a little heavy like we probably want to go down a little bit more, but we'll definitely have to wait that out. Let's see. Hey Ken, you're buying SafeMoon tomorrow. Can you do some TA for a long-term hold? Yeah, let me see. Maybe it's not in here. Hold on a second. Trading view. Yeah, it's not in trading view yet. Yeah, wow. Okay, so I can't really do the best technical analysis at the moment just because of that, Ken. But what I can, let me just take a look at the year chart. Looks fine. Three months, this thing's been kind of getting beat down here. Wow, yeah, this thing's lost a little bit of volume here. Yeah, what I would do is I'd probably end up taking some smaller nibbles into this, and depending on how much, like if you're gonna put $100 into this, I'd put down like $10 every other day, unless the I don't know, what is this? Is this pancake swap or something like that? No, maybe I would just buy a bulk buy here just because of the fees on how some of these work. Yeah, pancake V2 LB. Yeah, these are gonna have some hefty fees here. But yeah, so what I would consider is just taking a pretty sizable position. I wish I had all the moving averages and everything like that to kind of give you a little bit better help here. But it does look like it's been slowing a little bit. My only concern is I don't know how much money you're going to put into it, but I might split it up into two purchases just in case Bitcoin does take a dip here. And then you have another opportunity to get in at even lower prices for SafeMoon here. But SafeMoon looks more like definitely a longer term hold like what you're doing. So as long as you're okay with waiting, going through those waves, you should be fine with this SafeMoon play here. It's let me go back to the year. I mean, there's a lot of profit to be made from here to where it is from where the price is now, going back up to all-time highs or close to. Yeah, that's hundreds of % up, which could be a very good play here. You're just gonna have to wait for it a little bit longer, it seems like. Let's see. Volume is down 25% today. Market cap's down a little bit here. Yeah. So yeah, this looks more than fine. More than fine right here. I just wish it was on a trading view so I could actually show you some of the stuff, right? Hey, doodle-doo. I have 20 million SafeMoon coins in a Trust Wallet. In Trust Wallet. I like Trust Wallet. On my broken phone. I need to find a way to discover and send to my new phone. Ooh. You might have to pay for your phone to be fixed up there. But is your Trust Wallet... like, do you have the information to log into Trust Wallet? Because it's an app, right? So you should be able to, as long as you have access to Trust Wallet, you should be able to get that crypto out without having to do too much with that phone there. Let's see. Yeah, I hope you're able to recover it. I think you should be able to. You might just have to pay for it. Like the worst case scenario, you probably have to pay for your phone to get fixed. That's going to be the worst case scenario though. Unless your phone is so damaged that they can't recover any of the data, right? Let's see. Hey Mazzini, Sol, yeah. Sol is more of a day trading play at this moment. Let's see. Here's a 5-minute chart. It was climbing pretty steadily, had a pretty steep decline here over the last, let's say, couple hours at the moment. Still looking okay, but it really has not had this steep of a drop in a while here. So this is more of the time where you're going to be either selling some of your positions, kind of scaling out of them, or that would have been more of a here when it was dropping below the moving averages. But as far as Sol's concerned, we go to the 4-hour chart here. Yeah, look at that drastic drop here. You could try to play the bounce off of the 20 moving average here on the 4-hour chart. That might be a decent play if you're looking for an entry position, although we already kind of tapped on it. So, that was about $7 down ago. Go to the day chart here. What do we have? Oh, we really don't have much support here. Wow. Yeah, this thing over the next week or so could definitely come back down towards the sub $100 level. So be careful with this here. Short term, though, I think it's fine. It looks okay. The 4-hour chart's bouncing off the 20. As long as it stays above that, awesome. If it does drop below the 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart, I would expect it to come back down towards, let's say, about $93, $94, okay? 3-hour chart, anything here? It's riding the 3-hour 20 moving average as well. So, yeah. So, it looks like it's slowly looking to bounce off here. So, if you At the moment, it doesn't look like a bad opportunity to do a little bit of a swing trade here. If you were to buy right now at about $110, I would have about $107 as your stop loss, just to kind of protect you a little bit there. But at the moment, it looks like it wants to bounce off here, and looks like it's making a little bit of a move. So if you wanted to hop on, this is probably the time to do it before it tries to kind of blast off here. I'm not saying it is going to blast off, but it does have a few levels of support here. The 20 moving average on the 3-hour chart, the 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart, and it looks like it's slowly trying to grind up here, which could be pretty nice. What is it, $110 at the moment? We'll see where it's at when I end this stream here in a little bit. Okay, let's see. Let's see. There we go. See, hey, the Atlantean, not much. YouTube is throttling my views to my stream, so I'm not entirely sure how I need to respond to this going forward. So, been a lot of stress on my plate for the last few days about it. But I'm going to see if there's a way to get around it or not, because YouTube will never admit they're throttling views. But if you look at the stats and you ask people, hey, have you been getting the alerts that I've been going live and everything like that, you can clearly see that they've been kind of taking stuff down here. So my mind's kind of been preoccupied with that, and just kind of waiting for Bitcoin to make a move here, because Bitcoin's been pretty stagnant for the past week or so. I think it was like last almost 2 weeks now. And so once we get going one way or another, I'm hoping that we'll see whales kind of come in here and give us either some more buying opportunities, or giving us bringing us back up to that $50,000+ level, which would be pretty nice for a lot of these crypto coins. Let's see. Yeah, guys, there's only 38, 39, 40 people in the stream right now. That's not normal. Yeah, I'll figure it out, though. YouTube's getting on my nerves. Let's see right here. There you go. That's too much. Yeah, that's fine. But I can live with it at the moment. The Dow today wasn't too bad. Kind of mixed all down, but not really crazy. Tesla was up a little bit here. Starbucks was up a little bit as well. Amazon. What else we got? Zoom got down. Zoom video communications. Oh, ouch. Not looking so hot at the moment. Oh my god, that'd been some nice puts right there. Expensive puts though. Let's see. Okay, there we are. Hey, I didn't. Yeah, guys, I don't know. YouTube is not letting you guys know when I'm live, and I don't really know how to fix that, unfortunately. So I'm gonna try here, but if YouTube is kind of attacking my channel a little bit, I'll see if I can find the problem, and if I can't, I'll try to figure it out, or try to communicate with you guys in a better way, right? Yeah, you want to check out Matic here? Let me go over here. Who asked about Matic? Hey, Discount Killer 97. Oops, let me put Matic right here. Actually, though, this can stay for Bitcoin. All right, first let's go to the day chart here. Matic did break down out of the uptrend just like Bitcoin did. It's still it's going down. I guess, yeah, it is going down here a little bit. What I can do at the moment is that's going to be a pretty long trend line here, actually. I don't need that trend line then. Move some of this other stuff out of here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, as far as what I see from Matic at the moment, kind of like what we are just talking about as far as Bitcoin's concerned, you are seeing it, now this isn't a moving average, it is close to a level of support. You do see it trying to bounce off of this level of support, or, pretty closely. Maybe if I adjust it up here to this, yeah. So not this trough right here, or this low, it's bouncing off of this level of support from right here, this candle. Let me go to the 4-hour chart, let me see. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's trying to bounce off of the 200 on the 4-hour chart for now. So again, guys, it looks like for a lot of these altcoins here, they may be opportunities to buy here with pretty within a pretty aggressive stop loss here. So if I was to buy right now at $1.33, I'd probably have a stop loss of around $1.29 or somewhere close to that one, just to kind of protect my investment, because a lot of these coins could bounce off here in the next few minutes, right? But if they don't, you're going to probably see a lot of these things end up falling down a little bit more. Matic may go down sub, 125 or something like that, right? And that'd be a drop of about 5%, you know, right? So that's a lot of money when you consider like a whole bunch of coins dropping 5% at once, right? Let me go to 3-hour chart. 3-hour chart, a little bit of resistance at the 200. The 1-hour chart, yeah, okay. So it does have a little bit more resistance and support at this point. But that means if it does break out here, it's going to be a nice pop, right? It's going to be a nice pop, which will be, you know, if you do buy at these levels, it could be a nice little quick return where you're holding it for maybe, a max of 12 hours, and then you're going to take that profit, whatever it becomes. You could hold on longer if you wanted to. You could scale out, you know what I'm talking about. But for now, it looks like a lot of these coins are playing around with the 200 moving averages on the 4-hour or 3-hour charts, and they're giving you a pretty decent attempt at buying in here. My only thing is at the moment, if I put this right here, go back to Dogecoin. Put auto right here. There we go. Well, I'm looking as far as Dogecoin, though, Bitcoin is it actually going to move up here or move down? Because if it does continue moving down, getting pushed down from this trend line here, with a chance of, go to the 4-hour chart, coming down to the 200 moving average here, which is about 4,500, 45,300-ish. You're also going to see a lot of altcoins break down below those support levels that I just told you about, where they have a chance of bouncing off here, and then you're going to see, you know, not so much fun stuff. And at the moment, Bitcoin as well is trying to hold above the 3-hour 200 moving average here. Okay, guys, so that is something that we do need to be aware of in the short term. Let's see. Put on the 1-second chart, I guess, here for a little bit here. See what's happening with Bitcoin. This morning we had a little bit of volatility, and it was pretty fun to watch. Oh, it was only a hackathon? Oh, that thanks, Mentini. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Ken, maybe you should cut the other 2 streams. They get single-digit views. Yeah, maybe I will do that. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. It's not so much that, like, I don't mind if those ones have little views. Like, let me see if I can find something out here. Let me see. As far as the other streams are concerned, let me go here. Am I running my... No, I'm not running my computer hard. Okay, sorry. Let me see. If I go to any one of these here, ADA, BitTorrent, let me just go to that one. Oh, it doesn't keep track of everything like this. Yeah. It usually gets about 100 or so views a day. That's not really too much my concern. My concern is that when I go live, YouTube isn't telling anybody. Which is like, you know, that's what concerns me. Like, you know, a lot of you guys will always ask me, hey, Michael, how do I know when you're going live? You know, blah, 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 right? But if YouTube's not telling you guys when I go live, then that's kind of a weird system. And I think it has something to do with how I post videos or whatnot, but I just don't know. So I'll figure it out over time, guys. Maybe that means, because I know YouTube will only give you guys a maximum number of notifications as far as I'm going live, right? Well, that may mean that when I post my videos like this right here, like these videos, like you know, tutorials and all that type of stuff, maybe I don't send out notifications that those videos are going, and maybe I just send out notifications only for the streams that I'm doing, and I'll try to figure it out, because what may happen is if YouTube doesn't like allow me to get you guys on my streams, I'll probably have to end up cutting down the number of streams I do, which would really freaking suck, right? Let's see. Hey, Cedar, is ICP a good buy? ICP's been kind of a joke for me for the past few months because of how crazy it kind of dropped, how far it dropped down. If you did want to buy ICP, like totally, you could definitely do it here. It'd be an okay play for a rebound on the next bull run here. Short term, this is what we're looking at the last 3 months, right? Last 3 months, it's been kind of gaining ground slowly. Not looking so hot at the moment, though. Let me see. Down a little bit here. If I was to go in ICP, since it hasn't been doing too well over the past few weeks, I would take small positions. And by that I mean, like, depending on how much money you really want to invest in it, let's say you want to put $100 into it, maybe do $20 a week for 5 weeks, or do $10 a week for 10 weeks, right? That may give you a better an average here, especially if Bitcoin does take a little bit of a dip here. You may have a better average by the time all this is over, which means you probably have more coins and therefore more profits by the time the next bull run kicks in here, where you're seeing a lot of growth, right? And you don't have to do it with, like, you don't have to do 10 weeks or 5 weeks. You can do $25 over the next, like, 10 days if you wanted to, right? You can spread that entry, those nibble positions, you can spread them out as much as you want to. But I wouldn't go super heavy into this, but if you wanted to make a smaller to a mid-sized position in ICP, I still think there's definitely profit to be made here. Just understand, this thing really can go lower, like, I mean very, very low. If Bitcoin were to ever take a big hit, this would probably be one of the first the positions I would exit out of, okay? There we go. Hey, Michael Yanez. Hey, hope you're having a very good evening. Let's see. Hey, Ghostwriter. Let's see. Just gonna, hey, Mike. Hey, I hope you're doing well, Ghostwriter. AMC, another $300 profit. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I know AMC went up a little bit today, dropped down midday, but by the end of the day, it came roaring back, so I was happy to see that. Yeah, no worries, Discount Killer. Let's see. Hey, Invest. Yeah, I'll do the first one if again, let me pick here. PLTR. Oh, no, that's not a crypto. That's a stock. There we go. There we go. It's still broken out. It's still grinding here. I still like where it's going right now. Let me see. This is day chart here. You might see something like this in the short term going here. But right now, I wouldn't be buying options on it. This is something that, you would have wanted to buy down here or even over here. And this is something I would be continuing to hold. If not, maybe adding a little bit more to my position here over the next few days. But this has been kind of grinding it pretty nicely. I wouldn't be adding a whole bunch to my position here. I have a little bit of this in my retirement account. But yeah, this looks fine to me. The only thing I'm worried about is not so much this company in particular or this chart in particular, I'll say. What I'm more worried about is the overall market, as we're starting to see growth across the world kind of slow down just a tad here. And that slowing growth due to COVID and inflation and other factors, that is causing a little bit of concern amongst the Wall Street, so to speak, right? So Asian factories hit by pandemic supply chain disruptions. Stock rally pauses as traders weigh growth outlook. Markets wrap. Stock futures rises as qualities look to extend to August gains. Let's see. Monthly gains. Oh, stocks up. Okay. Social Security to become unable to pay full benefits sooner than previously estimated. Oh my! This must have been COVID, so related or something like that. Yeah. Wow. So yeah. So the government is going to face a few crises here the next few days. Who knows if they're going to be able to rise to that challenge here. Usually governments are really slow acting in these types of instances. But as far as what I see right here from Palantir, it still looks fine. I like the grind on it. Just know that just a few weeks ago, we finally got the 200 moving average on here. So you can see how little support that really did kind of help us out with. So I would use more of the 20-day moving average here and the 50-day moving average for a level of support. Not too much the 200 until maybe a few more weeks, if not a month or so, to really get it, really looking okay. 4-hour chart though, okay. 3-hour chart, okay. And the 1-hour chart, yeah, it's fine on the 1-hour chart. I would say, if it is able to break above this $27.49 over, it's Tuesday before Friday, I think this thing could really start to move up a little bit higher, where you might see it hit the back into the 30s within 2 weeks or so, which could be very, very, very nice play right here. But definitely a slow grinder that is going to have some issues here as the market kind of assesses whether, you know, America is still going to be growing at the same pace as originally forecast, right? Remember, everybody, when we had our elections and everything like that, you know, everybody kind of had an idea like, hey, COVID's about to go away. COVID has not gone away. It's kind of gotten a little bit worse here. So, you know, we'll have to wait to see how the markets actually react to that, especially if things, you know, are not looking so hot going forward. Hey, the Eva, I can tweet. Yeah, I may have to do that too. I'm just not used to YouTube not letting people know that I'm going live. It's a very weird thing, right? Normally, YouTube will let them know, like let you guys know, hey, Michael's going live. Come watch a stream, right? And that may be because I'm posting too many of the other videos, right? So when I make a video, guys, I have the option of let me see if I can find it right here. Go live. Oh, that's not what I need to do. Sorry. Upload videos. So I have the ability, like this is an old video that I had a while ago. Let me just put like, okay, slide right here. Now I'm not going to really upload this video, but this is kind of an example, right? I can do all this stuff. I can do all the information here, all this type of stuff. But at the very bottom, I can say publish to subscriptions feed and notify subscribers, right? Well, maybe I have to unclick this, and I only have this clicked for my streams, right? And maybe that's what's going to happen, right? So I don't know how it's going to work out. I got to delete that very fast here. Delete forever. Yeah, okay. But maybe that's what I have to do. But I don't know. It just seems weird that people aren't being notified that I'm going live, right? I'll go right back there, and there we are. Hey, thanks, Invest. Oh, you didn't get the notification, but I'm always on the channel. Hey, I appreciate it, my man. Let's see. What am I looking at here? There we go. Hey, I started watching BTCM myself. Let's see, have you made any profit on it so far? Let's see. Right here. Hey, hey, Garbage. Sorry, I hate calling people that. If I have Doge at about 19 cents, should I hold and forget about it? I don't imagine it'll be going down that range again. I mean, I would say there are scenarios where Doge can go back down to 19 cents over the next month or so, right? Or even the next few weeks, right? So I wouldn't necessarily forget about it. And now, if this is a long-term position, then yeah, you can definitely forget about it here. But I will say it's, and if you're doing a swing trade, I would keep track of this thing every day. I'd still be kind of watching to see how Bitcoin goes because, remember guys, when Bitcoin drops like 2%, you're going to see Dogecoin drop like 5 to 7%. Maybe that's a little exaggerated, but you're going to see it drop down a lot more than what you see Bitcoin at, right? So if we end up, we do have a little bit of resistance here. If I kind of zoom out way out here on the Bitcoin chart, we do have a little bit of resistance at the $50,500 level. Well, if we continue to get pushed down here, and let's say we break down below a few of the 200 moving averages here, well, we're going to probably go back down to less than 44,000. And if that was the case, I could definitely see Dogecoin going back down. I would say maybe to 25 cents, maybe even 23 cents here, depending on how big that dip was. And then from there, if we do break down below this 200 moving average, I mean, we're really coming back down to 19 cents, which is right here, this consolidation level, right? Now, there's a whole bunch of, there's a 4-hour moving averages there. There's a 3-hour moving averages, no, not 3-hour moving averages anymore, kind of helping us out here. So, yeah, be careful with it. Don't forget about it unless it's a long-term hold here. Here's the Dogecoin to weekly chart right now, right? Coming down here a little bit. It looks like it'll probably try to pop off here actually in the next few weeks without Bitcoin there, but At this moment in time, we can definitely come back down to 19 cents in the next few weeks or so. If you wanted to protect yourself from that, and you know at the end of all this, you still wanted to walk away with some profit, if it is just a swing trade, you can look to sell some of your position out if Dogecoin gets down to 25 cents. That way, at least, if you own some at 19 cents here, 25, you're still up about 30% profit. And instead of like the maybe 40% you are now, right? So that may just kind of lock in those gains. And if you do decide to get back into Dogecoin, which I would assume you would, right? Then you can just accumulate more coins on that next rally, or you can just buy the same amount of coins at the next time it drops down, a little bit more, but then you'd have some profit on the side that you can invest into another coin or another financial opportunity for yourself, right? Five, there we go. And I'll go back to 1 second chart here so we can kind of watch this out here. Let's see. Hey Monster, thoughts on Sol? I like Sol right now. I'd probably have a $109, $108 stop loss on it though, just in case here, in case Bitcoin took a little bit of a dip, and then I'd look to enter back into my position if it did fall down a little bit lower. But Sol looks fine to me right now. It's actually sitting above a few moving averages. It gives a little bit of cushion at the moment. Let's see. Hey there, Lennon. Jerome Powell is on his way out. I don't know about that right now. I mean, I hope he's gone in a little bit. He's not really doing a good job as far as the markets are concerned. As far like he's injected so much money into the markets that when all of it comes tumbling down, again, it's going to be like the everyday people that are kind of affected by it, right? And then everyday people, in turn, if everyday people don't have a lot of money, don't have a lot of capital, they're afraid that the whole system contracts. We head into another recession where people don't have jobs because nobody's buying stuff, and then the chaos will kind of, it'll get a lot worse. Well, let's see. But as long as he is continuing to pump money into the system, at this moment in time, I'm not going to worry about it because he's trying. I'll say that, and it's just going to be a hassle over the next few years to kind of see how this new strategy is really going to play out, right? Play out. See, hey Ghost Rider. Oh no, I don't mean like letting you know I'm live like that. Like usually YouTube YouTube will give me like an alert saying like CNBC television is live like this. Normally you guys would get this right here, but for some reason it's not letting a lot of people know when I'm live, so people they can't see it, right? Let's see. But I'll try to figure it out. I think I'm just not going to have notifications or subscribe notifications or publish notifications for my other videos, and I'll only save them for my daily live streams. I think that's probably the best way to go for it right now, because otherwise it's just nobody knows I'm live. Hey Karen, you want to check out Plug? Yeah, let me check out Plug here very fast. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Plug power. This broke down a little bit ago, so I'd be actually pretty careful of this one. See, it broke down, and you see how this trend line here is now resistance. I'd be now we could bounce above the 20-day moving average here, try to get back up above this line here, but I would not be looking to enter into a position right now. At best, I'd be trying to hold my position. But in reality, if it did break down right here, I probably would have hopped out and looked for another entry point somewhere down here or something like that. But let me see, 4-hour plug. Let's see, 3-hour plug. Yeah, it's not necessarily over yet, but I would only be holding this position and seeing where it goes over the next few weeks or so. And I'd probably look to have a stop loss on it somewhere around $23, $24, probably $24 just to be safe here, because most people probably bought it up here and it's been slowly grinding down here. So I'd be very careful of plug here. I would not be it doesn't look too exciting at the moment. There we go here. There we go right there. See how that works out right there. Hey Dex, yeah, sometimes I've left Nightbot on. That's my mistake. That's why I tried to cut it off a little bit earlier. That's why I already cut off Nightbot right now, right now for sure. Yeah, so I'll definitely figure it out here. Worst things worse, I cut it down to 1 stream a day or something like that. But I don't know what time that would be, right? That'd probably be an evening stream, not a morning stream, which would be kind of a weird thing. Because I streamed this morning, guys, and I think there was only like 10 people in the stream, 20 people in the stream, so it was very, very awkward. And you guys know how I like to actually talk with you guys and communicate and all that type of stuff, and I don't vibe well with like an empty room. It feels weird. It feels extremely awkward. All right. Let's see. But that's probably just due to my weird social anxiety. Hey there, Lennon. 0.265 an amount. There you go. I mean, so you have your plan. Just make sure you stick to it. And worst things worse, you know, Dogecoin can try to pop up or whatever, but there's always going to be another opportunity to buy back into Dogecoin. Always another opportunity to buy back into Bitcoin or whatever, you know, altcoins you guys have at the moment. Hey, Rodriguez. I hope you're having a very, very good evening. Let's see. Yeah, no worries, Monster. Thanks for watching the stream, my man. Let's see. BT. Oops, no V in there. There we go. A cheaper stock. We'll do some large review stuff and some short-term stuff. Let me turn up the sensitivity on my mouse very quick. Perfect resistance though right there. That's nice to see. This looks a little bit better for a for not really too much options at the moment, but more for just kind of a grinding play. If you wanted to buy a few shares and kind of ride them out for a week or so, you could be looking at a little bit of a, let's see if you bought today or tomorrow. 15. Maybe a price target of $15 or so. That'd give you a nice, what was it? 15, 17% profit. That's not too bad for holding for just a couple weeks here. I would have the stop loss be right around here at this trend line. You know, what is that from just a percentage perspective here? That's about a 13% loss. Wowza. So maybe instead of using the trend line here for a stop loss, maybe look for the 200-day moving average might be another example of that one, because that's right here at about $12.26. That's about 60 cents less than what it is at now, which is a little bit, you know, that's a much better stop loss, right? But yeah, but this doesn't look too bad at all. Nice slow grind. It's popping above the moving averages here. It looks like tomorrow could possibly pop above the 20-day moving average here, which could have a nice nice day with it. Right here. I mean, we had a short-term breakout here, so there is a little bit of a breakout happening right now. So this seems like I wouldn't really buy options on it, but if you were to buy some stocks on it, yeah, this looks more than acceptable here. There we go. All right. Hey, you're watching. Yeah, I ended up getting some sleep this morning. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, like I told you guys, I had a pretty bad cough last night, and so I drank a whole bunch of tea. Literally, the tea leaves are still here. I gotta clean out my pot here. And I drank so much tea, I forgot the tea had caffeine in it, so I ended up not being able to sleep at all last night. It was pretty rough, and that's why I started to stream my stream at like 6:30 in the morning, because I needed to get some sleep before I ended up passing out. Right, it was definitely a weird one. Let's see. But thanks for asking. You're watching. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, no worries, Ghost. I hope you make some good money off of it because it looks like it could have a nice breakout tomorrow above the 20-day moving average. Hey, Ty. Hope nice to see you back, my man. Somebody just asked me a question. Oh, Starbucks. Yeah, S-Bucks. Oh, wowza. Yeah, it was able to break above the 50-day moving average here. It looks like Starbucks could be primed to make a short-term move here. So if you didn't want to buy some tomorrow, it looks like it'd be a decent play. It moved up almost $2 today, about 1.6%. Looks fine. 4 hour, yeah, on the 4 hour, try to bounce above the 50 as well. Looks nice. 3 hour a little bit here, looks fine. Yeah, I would say Starbucks has a few days of run in it here, as long as the market stays kind of okay. I wouldn't say that the market doesn't necessarily need to like be booming, but as long as the market doesn't freak out, I would say Starbucks looks pretty is a pretty nice play right here. Very, very nice play here, actually. 4 hour one more time. There we go. So yeah, we'll kind of wait to see what happens tomorrow morning, do an opening just to make sure the market's kind of okay. But yeah, this is definitely something you could buy some calls in, or even just buy some stocks on here. Fractional shares if you wanted to watch it kind of grind up at the moment. And maybe if you want to play a tight stop loss, use the 50-day moving average as your support level and as your stop loss level just to kind of protect some of those potential gains there. Yeah, but this looks fine. Looks like it's trying to break above some of these moving averages here, or it has broken above some moving averages. Now you're looking at resistance closer to $119, $120, and then if it's able to break above that, then you're pretty much cleared to go up back towards maybe 124 level, which could be pretty profitable if you're holding some options, right? There we go. Oh, you got 7 calls in already? Oh, there you go. So you must be looking at some good money. Ow, sorry, hit my leg on the desk. Let's see. Can you predict a dent? I don't really do predictions, but I can dent USA. Let's see. Excuse me, Tether. Let's see. I can do technical analysis for it though. Okay, so it's okay to be in this coin at the moment, but if it does end up dropping below the 200-day moving average here, I would probably look to sell this position here. It looks like it had a nice, great rally off of the last few weeks that we've seen. And it's particularly in the last, you see this rally right here. Look at that. 150%, right? But this thing has been slowly selling out here. So if it does drop below the 200-day moving average here, I'd be completely out of this, to be honest. It had a great run. It's kind of been slowly grinding down. But if it falls down below the 200 moving average, like I would say, maybe for a day or two, you don't have to do it exactly at the first chance it gets, right? But, if this looks like it's going to fall down below this moving average, yeah, I'd definitely be out of this position in a heartbeat. 4 hours, let me see. A little bit lower as well. Yeah, that's a pretty, what is that? If we head it back down to support. That's a 12% loss right there if it were to go back down there. It just dropped below the 200 moving average on the 3 hour chart. Let me check out one more on the 2 hour chart below that, and the 1 hour chart probably below all of them, yeah. So I'd be very careful with this dent play. It had a great run, but it looks like if it does end up falling below this 200-day moving average, you may see a pretty sizable dip that may bring it down maybe 15 to 20% less than what it is now. And then from there, you might have an opportunity to play a bounce or something similar to that. So I wouldn't say it's going to just kind of fall off a cliff and keep on going. But if you have bought up here, you're probably going to be losing a lot of money if it does end up breaking down below this 200-day moving average here. So just be aware of that. I don't know what your stop loss price is, but make sure you have one just in case this does end up falling down below where you think it might go, right? There we go. Okay. See. Yeah, no worries, Fridge. Yeah, it had a nice run. I'm glad he made some profit on it. But yeah, that one looked a little rough for sure. Let's see. Hey, Disc Killer. Hey, if you ever want to expand your music for the 24-hour streams, I enjoy White Bat Audio on here. White Bat Audio. Is that on my thing? White Bat Audio. I don't know. Well, what I can do. My thing is I don't exactly know how what type of music everybody likes. I signed up for Epidemic Sound, so I do have lots of music. Like let me pause this right here. The only thing about this is that it's not really. I don't know if it's a playlist or I just download every single song. So I can go to album here. Maybe outdoor beats, and I can play this instead. I don't. My thing is I never know how loud this is actually playing for you guys here. And I think this is actually an album, right? So maybe it'll just play at this. But see how there's only so many songs? Maybe if I can try to find make my own playlist with this information, and then what I'd be able to do is just kind of open it up on my computer and play it, because I do have a lot of songs that I have on here. And maybe that might be better. I do like the quality of the music on this one a lot better. It's most that I haven't had the time to make a playlist yet, right? So maybe what I'll do here is over, let's say tomorrow, what I'll spend most of my day on here is doing I'm gonna be working on these tutorial videos. That's really what my goal is going to be for the next few months, actually, with some update. My goal is to have update videos, like an update video every day if possible, and then from the update video, I'm also going to be looking for tutorial videos on there too, right? So tutorials and daily type of update videos where I do technical analysis, breakouts, all that good stuff, right? Now, as far as music goes, I'll spend some time tomorrow and I'll try to make a playlist that kind of has beats to it, right? Kind of just like, chill beats, good beats. Maybe some will be kind of fast like this one. Maybe some will be a little bit not as fast. They're not going to be slow beats by any means, but not as fast as this one. But this does tell me how many beats per minute. So, maybe anything over 60 beats per minute is fine. And we'll listen to this music play right now and we'll see how it works, right? But yeah, so I pay for a lot of stuff for this channel, guys, right? So, which is fun because, like I told you guys before, the channel makes money. I'm happy to kind of put that money back into investing it into the channel. So maybe that's what I'll do, and maybe that'll be a good play for us. There we go. Let's see. It's on YouTube. I can try. The only thing about those types of music is, so you guys will see right here if I go to my dashboard. Your video received a copyright claim, right? And what happens is I get in trouble if I play other people's music, and I've done it by accident a few different times. And it'll tell me the exact time the song was played, right? And so I got to be very careful about what type of music I play. I can't play other YouTubers' music, but I can play music that I paid for, like on Epidemic Sound and things of that nature, okay? Oh, as long as he allows it, then yeah. If he allows it, yeah, I'll do it. Definitely do it. Let's see. Here, what I'll do, I'll raise the volume up a little bit more. Maybe that'll help out a little bit too. Because I do want you guys to hear the music while I'm talking. But let's see. There we go. Let's see. Hey, Britt. Let me know at Proudbridge. What is their ticker, and I'll be able to help you out here. Let's see. Hey, Francisco. Dot. Let me look up Dot here. Oh, a new homepage. Sorry, let me just see what the new homepage looks like. They just want me to click on more video ads and stuff. That's what they're trying to get me to do, but that's fine. But yeah, Dot. Let me go right here. Yeah, Dot's still up. So paid for. Yeah, it's fine. Dot's about 14%. It still looks fine for now. It has done its pop though right here, right? So this is a consolidation level. You're either going to be starting to scale out of some of your positions here, and then looking to buy back on a potential dip here, or you're going to be looking for a little bit of a better price to end up buying in here in case there is another rally here. So DOT does look very good. Just don't fall in love with it, guys. Remember, a lot of times these things pop off, and then you got to wait to see if they end up coming back down to earth, okay? So if I go over here to trading view, let me just pop up right here. Day chart, right? Nice pop off coming back down a little bit here. Maybe I would have a stop loss around here at $29.40 just to protect some of my investments. And then if it does come back down here, I can always do another buy in here around maybe $27, even all the way down to maybe $23. Okay, so just protect yourself if you guys own DOT. It had a nice rally here. You know, don't be afraid to take some of your profits here. Not all of them. You don't have to sell your whole position, but you know it does beg to differ. Like if you guys are swing traders, not long term traders, how much profit are you really looking for when it's moved up a total of 150%, right? 150%. Which kind of reminds me, like I wonder, 150% like this for something like oh, so 190%, right? If you go towards the all-time lows, you know, that's pretty good. Let me go over here very fast to trading view here. BitTorrent got up to 170. So you are seeing some coins really take these bigger moves. BitTorrent did fine, don't get me wrong, but you are seeing some of these coins really start to go past the 200% mark, or trying to achieve that 200% mark of huge profit since the lows we saw before, or I guess the low over here was actually this one. Yeah, 180%. That's closer to what all the other coins are. So we are seeing a lot of coins stagnate around that 100, I would say like 170 to 200% return since the low point over the past few months. But hopefully some of them have more juice than others, right? As far as how much they can really continue to boom up here. See, some of these beats are really boring. Oh, see, some of them have words in them too. Moods, albums. Sunshine. All right, hold on a second here. Oh, Jesus. Online creators. All right, sorry about this, guys. Yeah, I don't even know. For now, I'll just go back to Pretzel since there's too many weird songs in this one. But what I'll do is I'll make a playlist that has no people singing in it, or maybe I don't know. Maybe they can have singing. I don't know, right? But not while I'm talking, right? So it'd be two separate playlists going on. But I definitely think that'd be kind of fun to use. And what I can try to do is I can try to send all of that music over to my Canadian server, and then I can play it on the 24-hour stream that's constant, right? So that may be a pretty good check right there. Let's see. Hey Ken, how about some Tibetan throat singing monk music? Hey, I actually like those songs a lot. I wouldn't play them on the streams, but that'd be really fun right there. Let's see. Oh, let me see right here. There we go. All right. Move that right there. Definitely a daddy long legs trader, not swing. There we go. Hey, Jess. If you're looking, if you wanted to put some money into Bitcoin now, I wouldn't really put a large position. I'd do more of maybe a small position on it, and then if it looks like it's going to continue to go up, then you can add a little bit more of a medium-sized position. But personally, right now, I'm kind of just waiting to see if Bitcoin wants to come down a little bit more, and that's just me. Maybe that's just me becoming a little bit more nitpicky as the prices I want for buying in here. But for me right now, I wouldn't really be adding a large position into Bitcoin. I'd kind of be waiting and kind of observing maybe a day or so more before I ended up taking a larger position. Bitcoin will hit a point where it's going to be for 100,000. Yeah, by sometime next year, Bitcoin is going to hit 100,000. I'm not completely certain about it, but I have high hopes that it's going to hit 100,000. There's so much money getting and moving into Bitcoin right now. I think come the next 2 years, the banks will have adjusted to making money using the crypto markets, and at that point, you're going to see banks try to get all of their users, like all of their clients and customers. You're going to see them start promoting, hey, we have this new crypto app, we have this new crypto platform. You're going to see some generic family saying prepare for your future with a Bitcoin logo on the side, right? It's going to be something that cheesy, but that really underscores what I think is going to be happening with a lot of these banks, banks, hedge, anything that has to do with a lot of money, right? That's what I think is going to happen over the next couple of years, right? And by then, I think so much money is just going to come pouring into crypto here. And it's just, we're not going to recognize how the banking industry views crypto a year, 2 years from now compared to how they've trashed it over the past decade, right? Which is fine, right? Because that means we're going to be making tons of money off of that at the same exact time. Let's see. There we go. And we're right there. Yeah, that looks more fun. All right. Yeah, but right now, guys, I think most of this crypto is pretty well. I'm happy to see the stream kind of going up a little bit here. It seems like the morning streams may have died out, and I'm thinking that, what happened also? A lot of the morning streams died off, I believe, because a lot of people have kids. And I'm thinking a lot of those kids are taking up the parents' time, which is for obvious reasons, right? My mom is upstairs with my sister. They're chilling out, visiting me. And my mom came over here specifically that we had dinner together. It was dinner night. But my mom had me go into my mom's Wi-Fi, and since my sister starts school tomorrow, I had to make sure that her Wi-Fi turns off for all of her devices at 11 o'clock at night, and then it turns back on about 6 o'clock in the morning. That way she doesn't stay up all night playing video games, right? And talking with her friends. So it's that type of stuff that I've been doing for them. So I do get that probably the morning streams are probably going to die off here a little bit as people have to take their kids to school. But I think maybe I'll do a longer nightly stream. Like instead of maybe doing a stream in the morning, maybe I do a stream at maybe from 5 o'clock every night Pacific time to 8 o'clock, where it's like a solid 3-hour stream while I'm talking to you guys and doing stuff like that. And that's maybe something more in my ballpark, right? That way you guys get all the information. I have time to look at the whole day's chart to see how many breakouts there were. I can give you guys a list in real time or make a video about them, etc. Right? So all of the above would probably be pretty decent things, right? So I'll be paying attention to see how everything kind of works out. I'll continue to contact YouTube support to kind of figure out what's going on with all the why they won't let you guys know I'm going live, right? But I think that might be the end result if I can't get it figured out in a timely manner. Let's see. Hey, Gold 8K. Banks could make their own stablecoin? Oh, of course. I think they will. Honestly, I think they will. Excuse me, guys. I gotta clean my glasses off here. I'm pretty sure they will. Now, some stablecoins will be better than others. But I don't know. I mean, you can't have a coin shortage if there's no coins, right? So I'm really excited to see how the marketing of all this will go. And then I'm assuming in the next year or two, we're going to have some type of market dip or something, big is going to happen, right? We're kind of overdue for it. Some of the world is starting to slow down a little bit here. My only worry really about the stock market at this moment in time that could lead to pretty not the best of circumstances is what if the market goes down a lot, like a market crash almost, but the Fed hasn't even started to taper off yet? How much more ammo does the Fed really have at this moment in time? Because they the stock market's at the stock market's currently, the Dow is currently at about 35,300, right? Well, if it drops down to 25,000, 20,000, something like that, it would lead to a little bit of chaos here. But my point going back to the banks is, if we do have a crash here, some of the things that I'm going to be personally going heavy in, as far as my regular investment accounts and not options, just like flat out buying shares of companies, right? My investment accounts and my retirement accounts, I'm going to be going heavy into the banks because I think 10 years, like, maybe 4 or 5 years from now, banks are going to be making record profits every single quarter because of all the cryptocurrency trading and all the fees they are going to be collecting. Like, and I sometimes I think people really forget how much these companies actually make from fees, right? Fees are an incredible source of income for these companies, right? And banks have gotten it, like, banks are like, ooh, look at this. Well, you know what? Banks are going to do a better job at collecting those fees from you, right? So we'll see how it all transpires, but, it is going to be pretty fun. Let's see. See. For sure, a lot of companies getting ready. Doesn't happen overnight. Exactly. Hey, Algon Gains. Millennial Money, we're just talking about it tonight. Sounds like they're pretty good. Now, I don't know who Millennial Money is, but yeah, it sounds like a pretty good idea, right? I mean, we've been talking about this on the channel for the last, I want to say 3 months now, since the big dump happened. But banks' number one reason for put this up. The bank's number one reason for creating all these exchanges is not really to, at least when they started off, is not really to make a whole bunch of money off of the fees, right? They wanted to stop you, everybody watching this stream. They wanted to stop you from moving your money out of your bank account and putting it into a Voyager account, a Robinhood account, any type of account. They're tired of that, and they want your money in their accounts and not in some random app's account, right? And that's what kind of started all this madness. But now, as how do I say this? Now, as they've actually started to hire and actually consult with crypto experts, they're realizing how much money there is to be made, right? And so we'll see how it all works out. It'll be fairly interesting to see how the banks are able to kind of market this to the public, and how they're able to, I don't know what you want to say, convince the public that cryptocurrency is to invest in cryptocurrency is within their best interest, right? Because there's going to be there's still a lot of skeptical people about crypto, right? There are still a lot of people that are skeptical about crypto, and instead of me on YouTube or some other person, a random person saying, "Hey, buy crypto," now your bank is going to be telling you to buy crypto, right? Like I said, with the generic pictures of a family saying, "Invest in your future," right? It'll you don't know how funny it'll be a couple years later. When we see stuff like this out online, and we're like, you remember the days where they were trashing Bitcoin, saying it was never going to go over 10,000, 20,000, whatever, right? And that's what's going to make it so much fun for us, since we're kind of in crypto still at a very early stage, right? Hey, yeah, actually, that is one of the things I'm worried about as far as how many new coins there are coming out all the time. I think it'll sort it out itself out over the next few years, where there's going to be much more of an established process in how you get your coin available to the masses, right? Kind of like how you just don't put your stock on the Nasdaq, right? There might be a separate market for over the counter stocks and stuff like that. Over the counter stocks, OTC, and maybe crypto will have a similar market to it. Maybe there's going to be more of a generic market where you have Bitcoin, like I said before, maybe you have a market of like the top 10 pages of crypto, right? Top 10 pages of all these crypto, like thousands of crypto, right? Maybe like 5,000 crypto make the cut. Or maybe in the short term, definitely in the short term, maybe 1,000 to 2,000 take the cut, right? I would even say probably 500 in the immediate short term, right? And then from there, in order to get on that list, you have to be actually doing something. You're not just a name. You have to be doing something. You have to be trying to reach a goal. Whatever that vetting process is, there's going to be a process to make sure that only legitimate companies are available on some of these major exchanges. And those other coins that are kind of, they don't know what they're doing, or they just, they're kind of like, let's have some fun and make a random coin. Or what was that one guy's coin, Upshot? I remember his coin had that, I think he had good intentions, but it ended up just going into a complete disaster, right? That stuff will be kind of blocked out until it's vetted to say, hey, this is a legitimate coin. They have the infrastructure available to keep everything up and running, and it's not a scam, right? But overall, to answer your question, yeah, it does concern me about how many freaking coins we see, and how With there a lot of coins, there have been some pretty high levels of scams going on because people kind of got into a coin. Everybody was like, "Oh, buy this coin," or more likely, there's a lot of bots, right? A lot of bots. Bots attack my YouTube channel. Bots attack Twitter, right? Everywhere, and people buy, and then somebody ends up taking all the money and running away, right? It's unfortunate, but it happens way more than you guys would think. But we can go all the way down here, like to page 63. 63 times 100, what is that? 6,300. Look at this. 6,300 different types of crypto, right? And it gets so low down here that you don't even know what the market cap is, right? So go to price. Sheep American price is 0. Like, it's not even doing anything, right? Look at those. It's not even doing anything. A little bit of movement here, a little bit of movement there, but like really just not doing squat, right? But you never know exactly. Let's see. I mean, so many of these coins have just died, right? Some are moving down a little bit here, but most are kind of like, when you get really far down here, it gets to this zone of like, we're like, oh wow, all these coins once were above, like, maybe in the $3,000 to $4,000 range. Now they've fallen from grace, right? But what I will say is when I'm looking at coins on either CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap here, what I'll do is I'll usually go to my list, and you see how there's a whole bunch of empty spaces right here for the market cap. I'll keep moving until I find a market cap number, and that's where I'm going to start my search for some of those more really speculative coins where I'm only going to be putting in like $100 or $50 and just kind of YOLOing that money for a long-term hold for potential gain, right? Like this one. Last 7 days, this one is up about inflation coin. It's about 4,000%. In reality, you can see how fast that went up and how fast that went down, right? Somebody's trying to clearly pump it up, and it's not like, the last 60 days, it's only up about 40%, right? So there's so much stuff here as far as nasty stuff where an inexperienced crypto trader will probably lose a lot of money, right? But I'm over here on page 40, right? And this is 4,000, 5,000, whatever you want to call it, and I still can't find a market cap, right? And if I can't see what the market cap is, I'm not buying it. I'm just not. Maybe I'll lose some money. Like this. Look at this one. Stellar Gold, up an incredibly fast amount of money, but in the last 7 days, it's still down 11%. Right? People don't understand how to trade these coins all too much, and I wouldn't really recommend it in the first place. But look for the market cap, and you'll be fine here. I just really wish I could find the market cap. Already on 40. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna speed this process up. I'm gonna go by twos. 37. 35. Wait for it. 33. Nope. 31. 29. And you guys see what I mean? Why I don't go past really page 10 all too. Oh, here we go. Found it. Aha. Aha. Okay. It took us going to page 27 to start getting market caps here. And you see this market caps, $900, $1,000, right? So you could anywhere, let's say, really I would say anything above $10,000 is a decent market cap here, but, this is more of what I would see as far as like, hey, if you want to make a very crazy bet, you don't buy all of these coins, right? But you just look to see, hey, what looks like it would do well on social media, what has a very low market cap, which obviously all of these do, right? And then on top of that, sorry, burping up Chinese food. And then after that, hey, can I really see this on? Can I see this on social media? Can I see Ponzi scheme coin or Ponzi coin going viral? Probably not, right? And then you start looking and you're like, right? Now, the name isn't the biggest thing here, but if you're looking for something that can like capture the hearts and minds of like, millions of people across the world, it's going to have to be something that's very social media friendly, where it can cross cultures, so to speak, right? That's more of in-depth thinking, right? You don't really have to spend a lot of time on it, but you just got to think, can I imagine this going viral? Maybe. You can still put money in on a maybe. Just don't put maybe money on something that's like, definitely not, right? Local market caps, anything else in here? Yeah, so, there's tons of opportunities in these back pages of coinmarketcap.com, CoinGecko, but there's also a lot of crap. And I mean, like, I'll be generous and say about 5% of the coins on these back pages are okay. The rest of them should be avoided at all cost. You're going to practice on deciding if it's up to you to decide which one is crap and which one is worth actually investing in, right? Let's see. Hey, Mr. Irma. Yeah, that schedule of between 5 to 8 o'clock, that probably would be a pretty solid schedule there. So I'm going to continue to stream out this week and see how everything works out. And if it's okay, that's going to be my new streaming schedule. If for whatever reason views come back and people aren't driving their kids in the morning, something like that, I'll figure it out for sure. Let's see. Hey Keegan, yeah, I'm still doing the options videos. The options videos have a different format, right? So, let me just read. Options videos look a little bit more like this. A little bit more like, let me go to my videos here. Like these. Eastman Chemical Breakout. I'm trying to do them in the short format to see if I can get more views. You can see like 927 views, while the video I did this morning was at 145 views, right? So these short videos seem to be working, and it seems like people are getting a lot more information out of them. So they're short 15 to a minute long videos saying, hey, this is breaking out, here's some levels, and you just got to watch these videos. Now the cool thing is they're shorts, so the way they're designed, from what I understand, is you don't have to watch ads for these videos either, which is kind of nice for you guys, right? Because I know ads can be a lot of hassle. Ads are how I make money, but at the same time, I don't want you guys to be watching like 1 ad, 2 ad, 3 ads, 4 ads, all types of ads, right? So that's one of the reasons I did it that way. But those are the options videos, and I explain, hey, this is breaking out, whatever. And as soon as I find them, I usually just tell you right then and there, which makes it a lot easier for me. That way I don't have to do a whole, like, I don't have to open up Adobe Premiere for it, right? I don't have to do I don't have to open up Premiere Pro, make a whole video and all that type of stuff. I can just say, hey, this is breaking out right here. Take a look at it. The price target is blank. The ticker is blank. See if you want to pick a position. If you guys don't, it's fine. If you guys do, awesome, right? And so far, some of the breakout plays, as I've told you guys in the last few days, they've, let me see, probably mixed, I would say. Allstate, let's see. Allstate broke up, but you see it came back down after it hit resistance, or it hit some resistance here. It broke out again, but then it kind of stagnated. So you would have made a little bit of profit there on the breakouts, but not a whole bunch. This breakout would have much more profit. JBHT, nice breakout, had one good day of earnings. You could have scaled out of there, but you see how today it took a pretty nasty hit. I don't know what the news was on it. There's probably news that dropped it down that much, actually, but you get my point, right? Came right back down to the trend line from here to here to here. Netflix breakout happened here. I told you guys about it. Did I even post a Netflix video? Oh, I don't think I even posted it. That was my bad. But yeah, I told you guys about it a couple days ago during the stream. Right here, it would have been 3 days of panic, and then boom, you're making money, right? So ABBV, grinding, not the best play here. It broke out a couple days ago. It's above where it's at, but what theta, you'd probably be down about 5 to 10%. ECL, breakout, booming, right? EMN, breakout, came back down because the... I don't even know what you want to call this here. This market fear that we're we're going to the economy's starting to slow down a little bit here. Crowd breakout. You see how it came back down. A lot of these breakouts aren't as powerful at the moment. Not like a few weeks ago when the market was booming. And because of that, I'm kind of giving you guys breakouts. But I'm like, if you watch my videos, you'll kind of understand. I'm like, be careful with some of these plays here because you have to be watching the market overall. Kind of like how we watch altcoins with Bitcoin. Same type of concept, right? And then you see Etsy right here. Etsy broke out. Still doing fine at the moment. But hopefully it's able to continue this boom up here because Etsy, look at that. I really want Etsy to kind of start this movement up a little bit more. But those are mostly options. If you bought any of these with shares, you'd still be doing fine. It's with options that you get a little bit more hiccups, right? Because of theta getting in there. But yeah, there's tons of options videos. You just gotta you'll see them pop up every now and again. Let's see right here. Because I have to get my schedule together too. Because every once in a while, I am gonna have to pick up my sister from school. Because my mom's gonna be at getting dialysis or one thing or another. So I'm gonna have to try to figure that out as well. That's one of the reasons I moved out of Seattle, moved down here. Besides the high crime in Seattle, like don't get me started on that. That's gonna be something that I'll probably have to figure out too. Hey, Mr. Any idea on Cody? Ooh, I'd be out of this one right now. I'd be out of this one, personally. This thing broke below the 50. You can see that was a major level of support. It's been grinding down. This is if you were swing trading. Excuse me, if you were swing trading. If you bought right here, I would have a stop loss maybe around 26 cents. 27 cents is another stop loss. On the 4-hour chart, let me go to the day chart here. No, I'd have a stop loss be the 20-day moving average here. If you don't own Cody, this may be an opportunity to buy some with the 20-day moving average being your stop loss, right? That may be a decent opportunity there. But right now, I'd be very cautious about just this play overall. If you bought over here, I'd probably consider locking in some profits or just walking away. Excuse me. But if you're more of a glass half full type of guy, this could be an entry point for Cody where you buy at 31 cents and, if it does just pop up a little bit higher, that short-term pop-up, you may see a nice, go 35 cents, a 12-13% profit over like two-day period of time, which would actually be pretty nice with it, right? I wouldn't hold it longer than that necessarily unless you were going to scale out of some of your position and just kind of leave some of that to ride it out, right? But really that 20-day moving average seems to be that perfect stop loss. That perfect stop loss where you really want to be waiting to see how everything turns out. And if you look at it right now, it got pretty close to it, right? Got pretty darn close to it. You had a pretty nice buying opportunity. If you bought it on the low right here, you'd already be about 2.5% for probably like just an hour's worth of time by now. Maybe 2 or 3 hours worth of time, but still, it looks like it wants to bounce off here. So if it does, awesome. If it doesn't, use that 20-day moving average as a stop loss for this position right here. As far as resistance goes, you really have resistance here at a few different levels. Right here at about 33.5 cents, and then another level of resistance more right here at about 42 cents. If you can break above this level right here, you should be looking okay, especially since moving averages here. You might hit a little bit of resistance around 35 cents. But if you're able to break above that, you should be clear to go back up to 40 cents, which would be a nice gain overall if you did let some of that money run, right? Let's see. But I don't know any other news besides that. But as far as the technicals look, it's kind of a take a chance play right here. Hey, Discount Killer. You're talking about the banks? They make all that money, and yet I made more on a small dividend portfolio in 6 months than I made in the past 10 years from a checking account. I mean, for real. I kind of think about how when there were so many car companies to produce cars, only the top brands in the long term survived. My thoughts on altcoins. Exactly. But there will be some kind of like there will be coins that are kind of like the over-the-counters, right? Very speculative, high risk, high reward type place that you're still going to see lots of people try to buy into, right? And you may almost see some type of Kickstarter market where you see somebody like say, hey, this is my goal. This is what me and my team are trying to do. We all have jobs and we're just doing this part-time, but we're hoping this one day this can become something. If you guys want to support, please consider buying our coin. We'll sell so much of it every month, right? And then when we sell it, then we use that to kind of help the company and grow and grow and grow. And then if you do buy a couple of coins and if you hold it for a month, you guys will get some more coins and some more, there's going to be a whole bunch of processes going forward because there's no regulation, right? So they can really do a whole bunch of crazy stuff that the people in the stock market can't do. And it's all left up to their imaginations, right? Because let's face it, there's not really many people in Congress or the Senate or even like the president. They don't know anything about cryptocurrency. They just really don't. And so lobbyists from banks and just lobbyists are going to come in here and make a whole bunch of weird, wacky rules that are going to affect all of us here. But some of those rules are going to be very beneficial for people that want to use their imagination to make as much money as possible, right? That includes you and whoever else, right? Hey, but there's always a trade-off in regards to power affecting the markets, but always come up exponentially after the rough ride. Do engineering, there are always trade-offs in this universe. Exactly. That's one of the reasons. Well, see, the thing I don't like about Powell is you said we always come up, big after like a little bit of a dip here. Well, I usually like to buy. I usually make money off of the dips as well as the rises, right? So when we're going down and I see like, oh, we're really going. My mind over the past few years of trading is saying, oh, we're going down, right? But now because of what Jerome Powell has done, my brain is recorrected. I've had to like rewire my brain to go like, wow. Well, it looks like we're going to go down here for even more days. We've broken down out of a major major support line. Everything looks like we're going to come down here for a couple more days, right? But no, right? And that's where I would enter in a put position or a short position, right? For me, it's mostly puts because I don't buy shorts, right? But because of Powell, if I were to buy puts now, I'd be losing a whole bunch of money because he pumps it back up, right? And so it's just like you got to understand. You have to like it's rewiring my brain, which I don't personally like. To the fact like, all right, no, and I know everything says it's going to go down, but Jerome Powell's there standing behind me. Michael, don't pull the trigger on that put. Don't do it. Don't do it, right? And so it happens on different things, right? If we were to go over here to Boeing, let's see. Because of what was going on, I actually bought a Boeing put. Was it here? So I'm trying to think right here. Yeah, I bought a Boeing put right here. I held it for a few days. Came down. It came down one morning, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome." Came roaring back up, and I sold right here for like a $2,000 loss. And then of course it plummeted back down. And what was going on in my head was Jerome Powell, Jerome Powell, Jerome Powell, right? And my brain was like, it's going down. It has to be going down, right? It has to be. And then boom, it went down. But after I was out of the position, right? And that downward movement from the time I bought it, I'm not going to go from the high right here because that'd be a little bit cheating, but it went down 13%, $32, right? And then of course it boomed up again, right? After it had broken down another time. So, as somebody that likes to buy puts and calls, Jerome Powell has like, I understand why he's doing it. He's helping the economy. I totally get it. It's necessary, but it has affected the way I trade, and it has, it's a weird process when you've been trading for a while and you're used to the kind of market, kind of like the free market system working is buy, sell, supply, demand, right? When that system is kind of not the way the system is working right now, my brain is having a hard time adjusting to it, right? Which drives me nuts, which absolutely drives me nuts, right? But you know what? I made a mistake. I learned from it, and now I'm more of like, okay, well, now Jerome Powell's sitting behind me. I got to be careful about the positions that I open up now as far as puts are concerned, right? As far as puts are concerned. Let's see. Hey, discount killer. They need to incentivize their clients to want to stay because people who know money are going to get their money to make them more money even when they sleep. Well, yeah, right? But banks have a way of being very cheap, right? Maybe they're going to decide, hey, we need to, incentivize people more. But I don't think that's the approach they're going to take because I never think that's the approach they want to do, right? Their approach is like, hey, we have a decent product. Just stay with us. Just stay with us. We'll give you perks or something like that, right? But I don't think it's going to be necessarily enough. What I think will probably happen is in the short term, they'll probably try to do everything they can to crush apps like ROBINHOOD and those types of things if they're able to make better apps, right? the way they can make better apps, in my opinion, of course they would have to have good UI, good user interface, all that type of stuff. But what banks really need to do here is they have to make sure that if you're buying crypto, if you're buying stocks, whatever, it needs to be FDIC insured, and that insurance has to also go into the crypto markets, right? That's one of my worries about Robinhood, Webull, Voyager, Kraken. None of them are FDIC insured as far as the crypto is concerned. So what does that mean? That means if you have $10,000 in crypto and your phone is hacked, somebody walks past your phone, steals your information, whatever, they're able to log onto your accounts, whatever the case may be, well, guess what? Legally, there's no way you can get your money back unless the FBI were to help you. There's just no way, right? Meanwhile, if you have, let's say, I bank with Chase, or one of many banks actually, but one of my bank accounts is Chase. Well, let's say I have $100,000 in that bank account, right? Let's say I'm saving up for a house, something goes wrong, and my account gets hacked. My account gets hacked, and they take all $100,000 out of that account. Guess what? Within a couple weeks, I file some paperwork. I say, hey, here's what happened. Get a police report. Probably without that amount of money, maybe the FBI is called or something like that. But I'm like, hey, this is what happened. And the FBI, since it's insured, I get all of that money back. FDIC is up to $250,000 of insurance, and if you go with the SPIC, I believe that's up to $500,000 in return. I'm pretty sure it is actually $500,000. Let me see, SPIC insurance number. SPIC covers brokerage accounts up to $500,000 in securities, of which $250,000 can be cash. Both SPIC and FDIC, so yeah, it goes in there. So $500,000, right? $500,000. So I'm guessing some may be investment stuff, and some may be just flat out like the cash in your account, right? Your checking account. So it can be pretty crazy, but that's what banks. That's the bank's trump card right there. It'll cost them a lot of money to do it because a lot of people probably get hacked a lot, but like, I believe so many more people will feel a lot more comfortable about crypto if they can't get scammed, or they're not going to get hacked, or if they are hacked or whatever, they can call somebody that has decent customer support, and that'll get them their money back, right? If you lose money on Robinhood right now, you're out of luck. Robinhood support is trash. And I mean absolute trash, right? I've had to deal with them a couple times before. Now, this is probably years ago, since I haven't really used Robinhood too much in the last few years, but last time I checked, I've still heard the same. I haven't heard anything different. Robinhood support is trash. So banks have a lot of avenues they can attack these platforms on. They really do. Will they attack them proficiently? Will they execute those plans well? Still yet to be seen. But it's definitely a possibility here over the next few years. Where instead of using Voyager, or instead of using Robinhood, we use the Chase banking app or something like that, right? Now, they have a long way to go. I've used the Chase banking app a couple times here. I put like a $500 in just to test it out. It is a horrible, horrible process. It goes through your banking app, right? So it is a horrible process. It needs a lot of work. There were times I could not execute trades when I wanted to, because the system was glitching so much and said, hey, this page is broken. So sorry, come back later. And the page that was broken was the page that I was trying to sell options on. So imagine not being able to sell options because the app is freaking freezing, right? So they have a long way to go, but I believe once banks get kind of wise to how much money they can make, they're going to realize that it's well worth the investment to move to these type of platforms, right? Because they already have all of the connections. Chase Bank has like the banking branch and everything like that, but Chase Bank also has bankers in Wall Street making money for them. Same with Wells Fargo, same with Citigroup. They all have tons and tons of capital. They all have tons of traders making them money on the side. So they already know a little bit about the space. Now they just need to hire some crypto savvy people to kind of teach them what they need to do, and hopefully some millennials or Gen Zers that can teach them what an app is supposed to look like, right? But you guys definitely get my point. We're kind of we're still in these beginner stages, and the big money hasn't really accepted Bitcoin yet. When it accepts Bitcoin, a lot of these altcoins like a lot of these altcoins, Bitcoin, they're all going to be like hundreds of times higher than what they are now, right? In some cases, thousands of percents higher. But again, it's going to be a while. It's going to be a grind. I say probably at least a year, probably 2 years before that system is really put in place. But by then, I expect Bitcoin's going to be well over 100,000, and we're going to be remembering the crash of 2020 or 2021, right, where SNL brought down the market and things of that like that, right? I think crypto is going to be the thing that keeps Elon Musk above Jeff Bezos as far as the world's richest man too, which will be kind of fun to see. Let's see. Hey Doug, you can't sort high low on the market caps on Coin Market Cap. Only you can only do it for the page itself. So if the page doesn't have any, then you can do it. But yeah, there is a way to do that. Probably CoinGecko would probably be a better. CoinGecko might be a little bit better here. Market cap, right? But this only gives you 100 as well. So if only there was a way to have all the coins on one page, maybe that would be a little bit nicer. But for Coin Market Cap, why don't they just let you type the number? That's why I hate how they don't let you just type the number here. But yeah, Market Cap, you can, I mean, obviously it's going to go by number, right? So you can do number is the same thing as Market Cap if you think about it. But yeah, you get my point. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity to make money in the future here. ETFs are going to be pretty fun as well. ETFs are going to be very fun. My retirement account is not going to be holding crypto. It'll be holding crypto ETFs. Hey, invest. Oh, some of the tickers are frozen. Let me double check here. Plop right here. Let's refresh this bad boy. Working. Ethereum probably froze right here. Bitcoin still working. Let me just do a little light check. Now Ethereum Classic might be the last one. Good. Ah, perfect. Thanks for letting me know, my man. Thanks for letting me know, invest. There we go. All right, perfect. Hey, UFO Crypto. Hope you're having a very, very good evening, my man. Hey, Killball. Excuse me. Not much, man. Not much. It's been a pretty crazy day. YouTube's kind of like throttling my channel a little bit. It's like letting people know how I'm streaming or not. So I'm probably going to have to adjust how I stream here going into the future. And I'm probably going to work that out sometime this week. But instead of doing a morning stream and an evening stream, I'll probably end up just moving for a longer one-time stream. Like it could be from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock Pacific time, or 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock, or 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock for all I know, right? So I'm getting ready to make some shifts as far as the the streams are concerned, which would be kind of fun for me also. And then also I'm looking forward to making some of these tutorial videos for you guys. I'm going to try to slam out a lot of the easier videos first, and then I'm going to get more into the technical stuff probably about a week and a half here. The short-term stuff that I think is pretty easy is I'm going to bring out an easy to understand budget for those of you guys, or not for you guys really, but there's going to be people that want to learn how to trade, but they actually have no money whatsoever. And then from there, I'm going to kind of say, hey, these are some ways you can learn how to trade, whether it be paper trading, or this is how you're going to budget it out so you can actually save your first $100 to invest in the market, et cetera, right? And then the last thing there is, so this tutorial series that I'm making for you guys, it's going to be way more detailed than you might think it needs to be. But I think it's going to be important that you guys all have an idea of what you're getting into. For instance, I'll have one video literally going over the pros and cons of every single exchange out there for stocks, options, and crypto. The good, the bad, the ugly. I'm going to talk about most of them, right? Now, I won't talk about all the crypto ones just because there are so many of them, but I will talk about Binance versus Bitmart versus, Voyager versus Webull versus Robinhood on the crypto side, right? And that'll kind of, I'm going to be taking a massive undertaking to make sure, like, any major questions that you guys have, they should be in some video form in the future, right? Now, this tutorial will probably last over a year of me making out content left and right, as far as technicals, like fundamentals. Eventually, fundamentals are a crazy world to go into, right? But one of the things I did here, if I can go to my PowerPoint here, these are kind of the core building blocks of this the playlist that I'm going to be making for you guys. Controlling your emotions, organization, technical analysis, your knowledge of trading platforms, and your consistency. These are really what I'm going to be focusing on in these tutorials for you guys. A lot of you guys have a little bit of basic understanding of technical analysis. Most of you guys don't know too much about all the different trading platforms, or if you guys do have a trading platform, you guys actually don't know how to use it to the fullest extent, right? Consistency, yeah, you're kind of getting there, right? Controlling emotions, kind of getting there. Organization, you're either really organized or you're not organized at all just yet, right? And that's something I'll be helping you guys off with as well. Let's see. Hey, Probin, I'm watching Sol right now. I probably have a stop loss around $110 on it. If you're looking at Sol right now, there we go. Let's see. It's just taking a breather. Now, this really isn't too concerning to me at the moment. It's mostly that it's had a great run. Part of me just wants to start securing my profits at this point. But there's nothing that says, hey, we're going to crash right now, right? This thing still looks fine. It's pretty darn far away from the trend line, I have to say. So, right, if I can move this here, let me move this to a 4-hour chart. Take off this line at the moment. Like, it's really far away from its trend line at the moment. And if you go to the 4-hour chart here, it's bouncing above the 20 moving average. If you wanted a short-term stop loss, 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart seems reasonable. 3 hours, it's gliding up on the 20 moving average there as well. So you can either use this as a stop loss, or right now you still have a chance to buy in right now at about $1. I think $1.11 at the moment. I think a couple minutes ago I said it was $1.10. You still have a chance to buy, and if it ends up bouncing off of this 20 moving average, you can make a nice little easy profit here in the next, I don't know, 12, 16 hours, right? Even a little bit shorter here, because it does look like it's trying to make a little bit of a cup. And if this makes a very small cup and handle, I mean, that'd be kind of fun, right? Let's go to the 2-hour chart here, making the slightest of cups. Hopefully on the 2-hour, it's able to break above the 20, right? And that would continue somewhat of a cup-like shape, right? And then from there, there's still a chance of a cup and handle. Right now, kind of iffy, right? We're still watching it, but there's the potential for that here. Excuse me, as far as Sol's concerned. So, at the moment, doesn't look bad or scary. It just, there's always a part of me that wants to take profits, right? And that's the point I am with Sol at the moment. But it doesn't look like it's about to crash anytime soon, unless it starts breaking down below some of those 20 moving averages that we just discussed on the 3-hour chart and on the 4-hour chart. Yeah, not the day chart, yeah. Let's see. Hey, ready? Doge is stuck because Doge usually has a pop off. Doge doesn't usually grind like other stocks or see other coins when they kind of boom it left and right. Dogecoin kind of waits it out and then it has a boom all by itself for some random reason. I have not been able to explain that reason yet. I don't think any YouTuber really has. But usually when Dogecoin breaks out, it usually breaks out of an actual pennant or some type of trading pattern, and that usually starts the big boom where you see a 5 to 10% gain in a single day as for Dogecoin, right? Yeah, no worries, Mr. Roma. Happy to help you out. Hey, little Cola. Hey, Mike Spirit, holding on. Hey, there you go. I bought at 9, so I think I'll see what happens with those 3 shares I have left. I took a small nibble at BBIG as well a couple days ago. It's getting volatile, support. Yeah, that one's actually been pretty fun to watch. Let me see. We talked about BBIG sometime earlier this morning at 6:30 in the morning, maybe 7 o'clock as we were kind of watching it out. We saw this big dip today. Calls went down. a couple of us were talking about in the morning, and I was like, even though it's taking a dip, it's really not it's really not a bad, it's not really a time to be panicking and selling. Although the morning, I guess there was some YouTuber that said he bought a whole bunch of them, right? And then a whole bunch of his people panicked at open, and I guess a whole bunch of people sold their calls, sold their calls at right around here at these zones, and their calls were probably down anywhere from 40 to like 80%. So a whole bunch of people lost money because they panicked. And then if they would have just held on a little bit longer, right, then they'd have been fine, right? Usually when you see something like that happen, usually give it another day when you see a big dip like that, because in reality, if you're already losing, like if you're already down like 50 to 60%, who cares if you drop down to 70 to 80%? Like really, right? And of course it popped back up. It looks really nice right now, right? This will probably have a great day in the morning. I feel really bad for a lot of people that ended up selling right there out of panic, right? Believe it or not, most traders, some of my friends that have the biggest gains when they trade options, they actually don't look at their price of their options in the morning. They look at them in the afternoon to see how the day's gone overall. Now I don't really recommend that, right? Because it can be a little crazy if you work, at the end of the day you just see a whole bunch of stuff down. But in the morning, if you have self-control and that you don't let your emotions make you do a panic sell or panic buy, this would have been a great opportunity, like a great learning opportunity. I hope the YouTuber taught his community something, but it was definitely a crazy morning because all I saw was everybody, not really on my channel, right, but I guess people were talking about other Discord channels, and I was just like, everybody was freaking out because so many people had bought in these calls yesterday, only for the price to go down. Like, let's say they bought sometime around here, right? Only for the price to go down like 30%, and those options, boom, like plummeted down, right? So, well, yeah, that actually means they probably lost more than 40%, maybe. Yeah, wow. But yeah, BBIG looks fine to me. Had a really nice rebound today. It kind of reminded me of AMC. AMC kind of had a little bit of upwards momentum in the morning, came down, and then by the end of the day, it actually bounced back up as well here. The funny thing that I actually noticed here, Tesla today. Tesla broke out a couple days ago, and just look at this chart. Nothing really going on in the morning, bounced stuff, and then came screaming back down, and then bounced back at the end of the day. Tesla's having some weird times here. You see a whole bunch of institutional level buyers came in here before the dip. I don't know if they were trying to shake people out or what. Go to the day chart here. But you're still seeing Tesla's still doing okay, right? Let's see. What are we looking at the moment here? Yeah, Tesla still has some high theta on its calls, but they still look okay at the moment here. But so Tesla's still officially still breaking out here, which I kind of like to see at the moment. Back to Doge, pop that up right there. There we go. Okay. Hey, have a good night, Discount Killer. Hey, D's, the Fed is not going to stop printing money anytime soon unless people are having a hard time purchasing goods, right? They're not going to stop printing money, but they may slow down the rate of how much money they're printing out, I guess is what I would say, right? They're going to slow it down. They're going to have to slow it down. Inflation's getting a little too hot for comfort at the moment. The Federal Reserve doesn't the Federal Reserve is independent from the White House and Congress and everything like that. Well, somewhat. But they're still in the realm of politics going on, right? So they understand they're getting a lot of flack and stuff like that, right? So there is a way that they're not going to stop printing as much money. They're not going to stop printing money, but they are going to have to decide, hey, instead of putting $120 billion into the market every month, can we only put $100 billion into the market every month? Can we only put $80 billion, right? And that's some of the math they're currently working on. I would say $120 billion into the market, the housing markets, all that type of stuff is probably a little high. But, I'm not an economist. I'm just not. So who knows, right? My opinion means squat to the Federal Reserve. Let's see. But yeah, they're not going to stop all outright. They're not even going to cut it into like a 5 to 10% taper is what I would be seeing them start off at now to kind of test the waters. From there, we'll see what happens. But again, guys, oops. Let's see. Growth, markets maybe. Oh, no, that's not it. That's a while ago. Do I have anything from the last couple days? All right, let me just go to CNBC here for a second, guys. Yeah, supporting. Okay. Walmart to hire 20,000 supply chain employees. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Where is it at? There was a good article in here a little bit ago. Oh, well, you know what? I think it was actually on Finviz here. There you go. Let's see. We've been expecting a peaking of growth in earnings, James Luong, Asian Pacific multi-asset head at Barings Asset Management, said on Bloomberg Television. We've moved a bit towards the more balanced quality style of stocks that tend to do well in the next stage of economic growth, which is moderation. Elsewhere, oil was a study above. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, so there are some hedge funds, not all, there are some hedge funds, some banks, some institutions that are saying, hey, maybe we're not going to keep on booming like we've had for the past couple years, right? I mean, like really, I think 2016 was a time where everything really started to go like boom, boom as far as the markets were concerned. Not really too much of the economy, but the the actual markets, big boom, boom. It seems like right now, maybe we're going up a little bit, but we're not going like a missile. We're kind of going gradual. We haven't really hooked down just yet, but we're starting to slow here. Which is a warning sign, right? This is the time where asset managers start to reevaluate everything. This is where, it's easy for them to make money in these crazy bull markets. It's harder for them to make money when the market's kind of going more sideways or it's slowing down a little bit here because they still have to answer to the investors, their bosses, etc. And then, it's going to get rougher for everybody going forward. Let's see. Hey, the Darwin Life. So true. Robinhood customer service is trash. LO took a week to get a response. Yeah, dude, it's extremely bad. And like, I really think there should be like a bill, like an actual bill or a law that says that they have to, like, companies that deal with finance have to have an adequate level of customer service, and they really don't. And, for me, it's not too much trouble because I don't have any money in Robinhood, of course. But I know people that have lots of money in Robinhood, and, I mean, they can't get any help whatsoever. And a lot of times, they're the new traders that really can't get, they just have a whole bunch of trouble. For me, I can just call TD Ameritrade. I can get help within a half an hour. And, it's extremely easy for TD Ameritrade to come help me out. Like, extremely easy. I can talk to them within that platform itself. They can change stuff on my screen for me. If they're too busy on to be able to help me through the customer chat support portal within TD, like Thinkorswim, I can call them or I can email them, and they respond within 24 hours. And if I call them, they're going to respond within about a half an hour to an hour, depending on how long the wait time is, right? So extremely, extremely easy. Now, I pay for that in certain ways, right? I pay a commission on options, right? Now that's basically all I pay for, right? But that helps with the whole process going with me and my customer support, and I'm happy to pay that because if I ever have a problem, which is rare on TD Ameritrade, I call them, I email them, I go directly through customer support within the Thinkorswim application. they help me out. It's a beautiful thing when support helps. Like, I'm not stressed. When I have a problem, I'm not stressed. I'm like, okay, well, let me see what's going on here. Let me look at it. Okay, well, let me contact support while I look at it. And then while I'm waiting, I just kind of see, hey, what am I looking at here? What was the problem? That way I can like at least articulate my thoughts a little bit better to the customer support representative on the other hand, on the other line, who, this is not like a race thing, but when somebody speaks English on the other side of a line when I'm trying to discuss a more complex topic, it's very nice when they can understand my accent and I can understand their accent. It just makes the process a lot easier. And the last time I talked with somebody on Robinhood, they didn't really understand English, and it led to me becoming like very angry, like extremely angry that they will not so much at the person I was talking to, but at Robinhood for putting me in this position where I was talking to somebody that could literally not understand me. And so like that's why I'm like TD Ameritrade is bliss. It is heaven. The same could be said about Fidelity's customer support, E-Trade's customer support, Schwab's customer support, etc. Right? Just it's worlds above what you're gonna get from any of the apps. Webull, Robinhood, Voyager. It's better than them all. Like, and I cannot stress that enough, right? If you guys are, I guess the equivalent. If you go fishing and if your line gets tangled up a lot, you want a good support service, right? If you don't really have too many problems while trading on Robinhood or Webull, maybe it doesn't affect you too much. Maybe you don't have to deal with support, right? Maybe it's not that too big of an issue. But if you do have problems every now and again, you're probably going to get frustrated time and time again dealing with some of those support apparatuses. Let's see. Hey, Brett, Robinhood held on to $7,500 and wouldn't give it back, reported to the SEC and got it back the next day? Exactly, right? SEC knows how to get the money back. Let's see. Had nothing to do with, trading was my personal money. Exactly. Yeah, Robinhood does some really crazy, weird stuff. Now, I don't think they're really trying to be shady about it. I think they just don't have a decent platform yet where it's like, it's good. They make it look really, really nice. Like Robinhood looks like a beautiful app, right? But as you go, as you really, pay attention to how all the underbelly, all the engineering that went into it, you definitely do start to see where there are some hiccups which can cause some scary situations for a lot of people, right? Like the guy that killed himself because he thought he was so much into debt off of options to Robinhood, right? Stuff like that can really, they still don't have that. They still don't have that problem fixed. Like after all this time, they don't have that problem fixed, which leads me to believe they probably just don't care, right? So, it's that type of mentality. Let's see. Hey, Britt. Yeah, and I think Robinhood won't even let you sue. I don't think you're allowed to sue Robinhood. I think when you actually use the Robinhood platform, you're agreeing to an arbitration, not actual going through the legal court system. Let's see. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, dude. Hope you're having a very, very good evening, Jonathan. Hope Florida's doing okay. I know Florida really didn't get hit too hard from the hurricane, but I hope regardless, everything's okay over there. Still got no alerts also. Yeah, YouTube does not like my channel right now. I really don't know how to fix it here. I'm going to try to run some tests over the next few days to see if I stop alerting you guys to my other videos, if it'll show these videos or not. But YouTube has not been liking my crypto content as of late. Maybe I can check out something here very fast. I mean, they lost a little bit like me, but not too much here. Let's see, pop up right there. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay. Let me go to, what's that one guy's channel name? Final Stand. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, his views have taken a little bit of a hit here as well, so I think it just might be most of the crypto channels. It's not really related to me only. So YouTube may be just kind of trying to move people away from crypto and move them towards another type of content, so to speak, right? And if that's the case, there's nothing really I can do about it. I can merely adapt to the situation, which is what I'll probably end up doing, right? Let's see. Hey, I moved my crypto trading to Coinbase Pro, left Robinhood a week ago. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people have been doing that. They've been moving to other platforms for sure. It's just that you need good customer support. And remember, Coinbase is a British company, if I believe correctly. So their support system is a lot better. Maybe not perfect, but a lot better than Robinhood's is. Mr. Beast has a Coinbase ad. Oh, good coins he short off. Oh, that's pretty nice to see. I should watch that video then. Let's see. Hey, but ADA and Solana have been doing good. User error for sure. Oh, yeah. PBTS. PBTS, what is that? Is that a coin or is that a stock? PB. Cowbridge technicals. Let's see. $1.44, a penny stock. I don't really trade these ones at all. PBTS. Yeah, okay. Sorry, just making sure that was fine. They said there was no crypto on it, but let me just double check here. No PBTS here either. Let's see on CoinGecko, but CoinGecko, PBTS, nope, BT, nope, okay, nope. As far as this one's concerned, you can actually, the algo actually did a good job of drawing the trend line for me here. This has a chance of breaking out here pretty soon. I would say PBTS, let me just show this right here. I just want to see if there's a short float or not on it. 17% short float. This could be due for a short-term pop-up here past $2 or so. Let me see right here. So what I'm really looking at, since it looks like it likes to gap up sometimes, if it's able to... Oh, wait. This has earnings tomorrow. It's supposed to lose money. Okay. Yeah, a few long ideas here. That's just fine. No dividends, fine. Balance sheet, negative. Whoa, debt. Okay, that's a lot of debt. Let's see. Software application technical suits, corporate and government customers. Customer phone. Okay. Oh, it's a Chinese company. Oh, okay. That kind of helps me a little bit more here as well. I should have probably seen that on here. Oh, China right there. Okay. So you got to be very careful with this play right here. If you do buy into it at this $1.48 range, probably have a support level around here at $1.40, $1.35 or something like that, just a stop loss. Short term, what you're waiting for is this breakout here. Hopefully tomorrow can have a decent breakout. If it's able to break above, not just this trend line here to break out, but also above the 50-day moving average, that's where I can start to see this thing really picking up and having a move, possibly back up towards the $220, $230 levels, which could be pretty nice. And that'd be about 50% higher than where it is at now. That'd be some pretty good short-term gains here. I don't know. I don't think there's options on this. No, you can't do options on it. But regardless, this could still be a very good play right here. Let's see. Still good exposure. Oh yeah, guys. Remember, there's going to be a whole bunch of kids up these days that watch Mr. Beast and whatnot. They're going to be clamoring for ways to make money once they realize how hard it is to get money. Right. Remember, every generation experiences money at a different type of thing, right? There's a whole bunch of kids going to college right now, like me, where I'm like, there's no way I could afford to go to college. There's no way I could have paid my way to go to college without incurring lots of student loan debt, right? Which I did. I paid it off. Oddly enough, I'm not doing my job. I'm not using my degree, right? Yeah, it is going to be... it is going to be nice to see over the next few decades a lot of young people, like, I'm 26. I consider myself kind of like middle-aged, I guess. But, maybe some of you guys will take offense to that. But the people that are like under, 20, around that age, plus or minus 4 years, pretty soon, especially the minus 4 years part, they're going to be very much into crypto, and they're going to be looking for many new ways to buy into it. They won't get the same good prices that we got, But nonetheless, you know, maybe for them 50,000 is a good price, right? By the time all said and done, when they finally have enough money to invest. Hey, Victor Torres, nice to hear from you as well. Thanks for visiting the stream again. 6K shares, they do mining. Oh, there we go. Hey, Kilo, yeah, let me do that right now. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, it looks like Robinhood did something because it affected my things as well here. Might as well do it now because after this I got to go. Remember, my parents are still here, or my mom and sister are still here. They're going to probably leave at 10. I need to say goodbye to them. What is this? Oh, it's my watch. I'll put that right there for now. Now let me go here. Music is still fine. Dogecoin, refresh. Bitcoin, refresh. Ethereum Classic. Oh, that is Ethereum Classic. Let me refresh this one more time just in case. Ethereum. Litecoin, refresh. Working. Okay. I'll shave this down right now. And Kilo, you should be all good to go, man. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. It's a little hard to run these types of things at the same time here. Oh, there we go. So all that's working fine. And yeah, should be good to go. Thanks for letting me know, Kilo. Let's see. Can I please try IBM? Yeah, nobody's talked about IBM in a long time. Let's see. I did something wrong here. Let me see. IBM. Okay, I was like, okay. IBM. Alright. Ah, you had a false breakout a while ago on this one. I guess this is the new trend line here. I'm going to hop off of this right here. There we go. I need to be able to see a little bit more. Oh, that would have saved you a lot of money if you sold in that breakdown. Oh, yowza. Okay. I won't even put that one there because that's not going to be useful for us at the moment. Yeah, so what I'm looking at right now, let me see if there's anything else here. I can go from this trough to this trough. There you go. More of a short-term support level here. This has a potential for a breakout here. It's up 99%. Okay. What I'd be looking at, for at least for this in the next few days, is if it's able to break out, it'll have a nice big day of breaking out here, only for the pure fact that it's going to have to bust above the 20-day moving average and the 50-day moving average, probably within the same day, which means if it does break out, let's say tomorrow or the day after, it's going to be breaking out maybe about maybe $2.50 up in one day, which will probably be a pretty sizable gain for those options plays, right? You could try to buy in anticipation for that. You can see actually today it tried to go into the 20-day moving average, but it had a little bit of difficulty, so it was forced back here. Might be worth taking a small nibble of a preemptive type to kind of see if it before it does pop off or before it does try to pop off here. Or you could take a nibble here, and if it does end up breaking out above the 20 or above the 50, then you'll be able to take more of a larger position here to see if you can ride it up a little bit more. But if it does break out here, you have a little bit of resistance around here at 145, which is about $5 up from where it is now. But by the time you break out, it'll probably be about $3.50. After that, it may get back up here to 147. But be aware, this is a level of resistance here, so there's not a certainty that it is going to actually break above all this. It may just end up coming up here and then keep falling back down towards 135. So just be careful with it. You could take a nibble tomorrow if you wanted to. You'll know when you should start buying into this, whether it be a nibble or a medium term position, because you're going to see it have a gain of like $2 in a single day or $3 in a single day as it's trying to break above both the 20-day moving average and the 50-day moving average coming up pretty fast, right? So looks fine to me. I'd probably wait for the official breakout, but if you wanted to take a little bit of a nibble here and beforehand to see how it would perform, that'd be okay too. I'd probably be looking for strike price anywhere from 142 to 145 with 2 weeks out. So not the Friday following, not this Friday, not the Friday afterwards, but probably the Friday after that. By the time this thing actually eventually breaks out, which maybe will take a few more days, right? We do have a holiday coming up, so that may interrupt the market as well. But I think overall we should be fine as far as IBM should be fine going forward here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Hey, Heaton, have a very, very good night, Heaton. Enjoy your book. Hey, Tony, I'm definitely not middle age. Let's see. I'm 36 and I call myself young. Yeah, you're 10 years older than me. I'm, what do you call, I don't know. I don't really do much. Most of the stuff that I do for fun involves traveling, which is pretty expensive. If I wasn't a full-time trader, you know, I don't know how I'd be able to afford the amount of traveling that I do. I'd probably get a little jalopy and start driving everywhere. Yeah, no worries, Kilo. Hey, Haram, not much, man. Appreciate it. Let's see. Hey, Island Time. Mark, do you see Doge hitting 40 cents in the next 2 weeks? No. I don't see that happening anytime soon. In order for Dogecoin to hit 40 cents in the next 2 weeks, I mean, Bitcoin would have to finally be able to break out of that $50,500 level. Then after that, it would have to move up closer to $55,000. And then with an Elon Musk tweet, then I could see Dogecoin going up to 40 cents. If Elon wasn't going to be tweeting or not going to be hyping up Dogecoin as much, then I would say 33 to maybe 36 cents is something I could see in 2 weeks if Bitcoin's able to kind of break out here. But it's been struggling a little bit, honestly, right? So Bitcoin's been kind of getting beat down here a little bit, mostly going sideways, which has been kind of the saving grace for us. But 40 cents is kind of high. 35, 36, I could see that happening. But it would take a lot to get it up to that level in the first place. But it's definitely a plausible price target, I guess you would say, right? Hey, Lollipop, hope you're doing very well. Thank you for saying that. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Also, hopefully it's not too hot over there in Singapore. It's been a pretty long day over here, so I hope you're having a very, very good time. We had a big old hurricane over here. Not me, but the United States did over in Louisiana. Hope everybody down there is doing okay. I watched part of the news today, and it looked like some places were okay. Some places got really, really beat up. So I'm hoping that everybody down there is, safe, and even if their house is destroyed, at least, hopefully they have family that survived, right? Let's see. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, Lollipop. I appreciate it. Let me see right here. We got a little bit of a W play going on right here as far as Dogecoin's concerned, which is kind of cool. Normally on a W pattern like this, you'd buy right here and you'd probably sell closer up to here, but that's not going to be too much of a profit, is it? Yeah, 1% profit. That's not going to do the trick here. Let's see right here. 1, 2. There we go. Okay. And yeah, let's see. Hey, no worries, Lollipop. I appreciate it. I think most people are safe and doing okay. We got fires on the West Coast. I think fires in the Midwest. Storms down south, and I think that covers about everything crazy going on in the United States right now. Let's see. Hey, AMC. AMC still looks fine to me at the moment. It's been kind of churning a little bit. It's had some ups and downs, but today it still ended up doing well. I mean, remember, AMC already broke out. It had a few days of kind of consolidating right now, but AMC still looks poised to go up from here. There's nothing wrong with AMC at the moment. It's just kind of going slow, right? But at the moment, remember, guys, AMC has already broken out. Right now, it's just kind of this nice grind that we're currently watching, right? But yeah, still, it's already broken out. Right now, we're just watching to see how far it's breaking out now, right? It's holding above the 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart. It's above everything. The 3-hour chart looks fine above everything. Let me try the 2-hour chart just very fast here. 2-hour chart looks fine. Short-term resistance, if we're able to get above, let's say about $48.33, which is about $1 or a little bit more than $1 than where we are now, then you can see AMC start trying to go back up to these high 50s to maybe even low $60 levels, which could really start that big FOMO train going from for AMC, right? I think a lot of people are waiting for this to kind of have a big boom moment. That may lead to GameStop also having a little bit of fun here as well. Let me go to the daily chart for GameStop, right? Big boom, broke above moving average here as it always does. Looks nice the same way. But I think AMC is going to be the big winner here between these two different stocks here. So I'm watching them both closely, but I think AMC is still poised to go up here over the next week or so, right? I don't see anything that's really concerning to me from an AMC standpoint at the moment. Hey, Brett, look at CAN. What's CAN? Mining machines. Okay, let's see. $9, $1.62 billion market cap. Wow, if that's not a Head and Shoulders, I don't know what is. So I wouldn't really buy options on this, but what I'm just kind of taking a little bit of what I'm looking at right now as far as the charts are concerned, this doesn't seem like a bad idea just to buy this and hold for a few months here. Looks like it wants to go up a little bit higher. I don't know how the earnings are really here. They lost a lot of money in 2019. They lost some money in 2020. They're up 60% year to date, down 60% though, say in the last 6 months. Wowza. Let's see. IPO'd in 2020. Yeah, with something like this would be more of a longer term swing trade I'm looking at here. So if I was to buy this at $9.40, I would have a stop loss around $8.50, which would be about percentage wise, it would be pretty nasty, right? 10%. But I think it would be worth risking that 20%, because if it is able to break above this 200-day moving average, then what you're going to see is it kind of bounce up and kind of hold steady around 12 to maybe anywhere from $12 to $15. And what that may be able to do is actually bring this 50-day moving average up a little bit, which could help us get a golden cross and start to move this up a little bit more, which could give a nice bullish sign for us. We really haven't had this thing has never had a golden cross before too, so that might be kind of interesting as well. All it had was a death cross, which ended up leading it to a big boom here. So, right, so this may be pretty interesting to watch. I would have a pretty generous stop loss on it, and I would let it kind of grind out over the next few months to see what happens to it. And if that stop loss hit, so be it. But I think it'd be worth that 10% loss, because if it goes up, let's see. If it just goes up to this level right here, resistance, that's about 23% up. If it goes up a little bit higher than that to the next level of resistance, 59% up. I mean, that's a pretty good risk reward, right? 10% for up to, let's say, 50% on a more reasonable scale. If it decides to go parabolic, hundreds of percent up, right? Short-term resistance, 200 moving average, 11% up, 11% down, right? And really, what you're looking at also is you have the 20-day moving average, which is another level of support here on the other side, right? So, it's not too bad of a play. I would consider playing it here. Not a whole bunch of money, but definitely looks like it's worth putting like a couple $100 down just to kind of hold and see what happens to it. Let me see. There we are. Let's see. Hey, John, what about algo? Let me check right here. I'm guessing you're talking about crypto here. Let's see. 20,000 order for machines with a 180,000 machine order if need be. Oh, wowza. Yeah, that's a lot. But I mean, that's a lot of money. So that's definitely enough to push them over that $15 range there for that, which would be about 50% increase actually. So Algorand, let's see. Looks fine. Trying to break out here on a short-term breakout. I'd probably say this won't be a mega breakout here, but there you go. It's currently trying to break out. Usually how I see these things playing out, if it would have break out now, it looks a little too early, so I might break out and have a false breakout that come back down, and then I would have to kind of readjust that line just to look something more like that. But for now, anyway, I'll leave that right there. It's above the 20-day moving average, the 20 and the 50 looks fine. Death cross here did go down a little bit more. 4-hour chart, trying to break out there. 3-hour chart. Where's the support level for this thing? 2-hour chart. Ah, okay. It's riding the 20 on the 2-hour chart right now, so that looks okay. If it does end up breaking out here, it still might be a decent opportunity to buy. I would have a pretty tight stop loss if you were to, like, let's say it breaks out here again and you buy at 117. I would have a stop loss of maybe around $1.12, $1.11 maybe. We're risking, let's see, $1.17 goes down to $1.12, about 4% or so for the chance to, if you just make it back up here a little bit more, 7% or so. So that would be kind of nice. But I would assume if it does end up having an actual breakout, from there it'll probably end up going actually higher than this, and that's what your main goal looks like at the moment. Let me kind of squeeze this down. Was it ever higher than this? Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, never mind. You would actually, I didn't zoom out more enough. Then you have a chance of getting back up to here, which you had 25% and so forth. Yeah, this looks like an okay play to me right here. Oh, I'm on the 2-hour chart. That's why not the day chart. That's why I missed all this information here. Yeah, this looks like a decent play here. It's getting closer to breakout. Looks like it really wants to break out here. Now, again, whether it actually breaks out and goes boom, or it breaks out as a false breakout and comes back down a little bit longer for a little bit better consolidation range, that has yet to be seen. But if you want to do that 5%, that 4% risk trade right here for the potential that it does end up booming up here, you can definitely do that and without feeling too guilty or whatever, because it still is close to being a breakout play here. Now on the 2-hour chart, it hasn't closed above this line. On the 3-hour chart, it hasn't closed above it. The 4-hour chart, it hasn't closed above it. So no candle has really closed above this yet, at least in a meaningful time frame, right? So give it some time here, but it is trying hard to have a nice clean breakout here. It's up about 4.5% so far, so that actually looks pretty like a decent play here. Push it up right there, and then go back to Doge right there. There we go. Gotten at a much lower price. Oh, then yeah, you should be fine for now. It looks fine. It's just trying to break out at the moment. And usually when it's trying to break out, it's hitting a little bit of resistance, of course, right? Yeah, I can check out BBIG. BBIG, we talked about it, like, I think 3 times already, but I think, you know, I know a lot of people want to talk about it. Let me put Bitcoin here. All right, there we go. So it had a pretty crazy morning where a lot of people panicked and sold and lost a lot of money. I heard about that through social media channels. I guess there was a YouTuber that talked about it, and he said he told everybody who was buying it over here, I guess yesterday or something like that. A whole bunch of people options. A whole bunch of people sold their options right here out of panic, and now they're regretting it because it ended up popping off for a pretty nice profit, I would assume so. But as far as what I see for BBIG going into the future here, guys, you see it just kind of pops. That's all it does. It pops and it comes back down, right? So if you guys are in this, please don't hold on to it for like too long of a period of time. Like, really don't. Have some fun with it. Make some money. Just don't become a bag holder, because that really never helps. You know, and it's never fun, right? It broke out a few days ago at about 279, and now it's currently about 815. You're going for kind of scraps at this point, honestly. But that doesn't mean those scraps aren't going to be great. They still can't give you decent returns, right? Great returns. The returns, if you bought on the actual breakout itself, are closer to 184% or 250% on the high, right? Short term, you're kind of waiting this out here. It doesn't look too hot on the 4-hour chart. Let me go to the 3-hour chart. 4-hour, 3-hour. Let me see. 2-hour. Okay. So on the 2-hour, it's actually right in the 20 moving average here. And that's what I would use as a nice little support level. So if you did actually want to buy into BBIG, maybe try to play a bounce off the 20 moving average here on the 2-hour chart. If not, if you don't want to buy there, then I'd probably wait for it to see if it would actually fall down below $6. And then you might have another opportunity to have a larger buy-in position. But by then it might be dying off then, right? The dump may be occurring. So feel free to hop on this. It still has the ability to give you money if you buy in right now. Just don't hold for too long or you risk becoming a bag holder, which, again, like I said, it's just not a fun experience for any trader to become a bag holder, especially when you're a new trader, because you end up being mad at the world. All right. There we go. Let's see. Hey, Minmin. Which apps are you using for this chart? If you don't mind me telling me, apps. This is just a website. There's no apps necessarily on it. It's called TradingView. The indicators that I'm using, there's an algorithm that I use that costs me money, but I just show it to you guys here. And basically, the algorithm you're seeing right now is this stuff on the bottom right here. I can also turn it on here. You'll see them kind of pop off in a second here. Give it a second here. There you go. It kind of does all the lines for me, does the buys and the sells, and stuff like that. But as far as the indicators that I use, I normally just use trend lines, basic trend lines here. I will use the 20 moving average, the 50 moving average, and the 200 moving average. And then on top of that, what I'll use sometimes is Bollinger Bands, and that's pretty much it. I do have a dynamic range right here, this little like red/green/purple line right here, but that's part of the algorithm that I pay for, and you guys don't have to pay for that one because I pay for it so you guys can see it. But that's all I pretty much use for this. Now I use other tools obviously, but for the stream you guys are looking at right now, it's a pretty basic setup, right? Let's see. Hey, Brett. I know it's Minmin. Minmin. Got some bags, just buy more to make more. Exactly, right? But see, it sounds like you weren't totally heavy in those bags, so you can actually afford to buy more. Some people put all of their money, like some people may have like $5,000 in their whole Robinhood account or whatever account, Webull, TD Metro, whatever, and they put it all on one trade, and that trade goes kabooey, and then they're now a bag holder, and now they have no more capital, right? That's where I see bag holding becoming a big problem. If I bought like 100, 200 shares of AMC a few weeks ago and then it's dropped down 0.5%, I could be kind of mad about it, but I wouldn't be freaking out, right? I'd be more upset if I went all in on a play and then I became a bag holder after going all in, because then it's so much harder to make money, especially because if you're a bag holder, honestly, if you're a bag holder, you should usually sell your position as far as the stock market's concerned, if you feel like you could be making more money with that money than with the amount of money you're making with it in the bag, so to speak, right? Crypto is a lot different because crypto is much more fun. You can make a lot of that money back really fast, right? But yeah, the stock market can be very, very hiccupy, if that makes sense. INMD, let's see. Excuse me. Not a lot of volume in here, is there? Let's see right here. 4-hour chart looks fine. 10-hour chart fine. So this is not breaking out. It already had a breakout, and it's been fine ever since then. But let me see right here. Broke out. Let me adjust this here. Broke out a few days ago at 123. It's bumped up a lot since then. Right now it's kind of consolidating a little bit more. On the flip side here, yeah, I guess put a trend line right here. Yeah, there we go. I mean, I think this is okay. I mean, it has already broken out. It's had a decent move here, $7 in the past like 3-4 days. I wouldn't really buy it right now since it's already popped off. On the day chart, there's really no support below it to kind of help you out here. Let me kind of scroll back a little bit more. Do I see anything? Nope. It IPO'd pretty recently, it looks like. Top of this right here, 4 hours. I would say it'll probably dip down over the next few days to probably 127 or so. 3 hour. What are we looking at here? No, 3 hour, man. No, see 2 hours. No, bounce off here. I strike that. It might come back down to maybe 128, 129 instead of 127, and it might have another opportunity to bounce off here and continue this chug up. If you are going to be buying this right now, you're only going to be buying as you feel like it just you have a feeling. There's not really many technicals that say, hey, it's about to go boom here. You're probably going to be trying to trade off of a bounce off of some of these 20 moving averages here, and then you would have a pretty short-term price target. It's currently sitting at 130. I would have a price target of maybe 145 or maybe 145 to 150 by next Friday, and that's more what I'd be looking at. But you got to be careful with this play right here because it is starting to die back down here. And something that I've been seeing with a few of my other breakout plays is it pops off, it does a good move for a few days, then it comes roaring back down for some reason. So just be cautious with it. It's not really it's broken out, but it hasn't broken. It broke out a few days ago. That it had a nice move, nice profits. Now it's kind of like let's kind of wait. If you want to take a position here, like I said, you could have a strike price of 140, 145, excuse me, 130, 135, 140. But small position, add more if you feel like overall it's working out for you. Hey, Rip. As far as STMX is concerned, I like it still. There we go. 5-minute chart bounced off it. See how fast it fell down though? And now it's trying to claw back up here. There we go. STMX is still in this pennant here. That's what it's in. It's still in this pennant. It had a pennant a while ago. It dropped down below it. I've updated it since then. It has resistance, kind of like Ethereum did, right around here at about 0.03603. If it's able to really break above that over here in the next few days, I can see this going up to maybe 0.04, which would be a pretty nice return here if I can go from here to 0.04. That's about 15%, and I think most people bought it somewhere down here, right? I bought my STMX like way down here. Actually, I bought more of mine down here than I actually did over here. But that's because I was like, I already had enough money invested in it. But yeah, I still like it. I haven't sold any of this yet because the like most other altcoins that had that big dip over the last few days, this one's actually been holding fairly steady. So I still like STMX. I haven't bought more of it, but so far, it looks fine. It looks fine. Resistance is the only thing I'm really looking at the moment. If it drops down to support, I'm hoping that it's going to bounce off of this trend line again. Maybe another buying opportunity for anybody that doesn't own it yet. But right now, I'm mostly just waiting to see if it's going to have a chance of breaking out here over the next few days or so. There we go. Here. There we are. And let me push this right here. There we go. All right, everybody. I'm going to end the stream right here. My mom and sister upstairs, I got to say goodbye to them. They've probably been waiting for me to say goodbye for like a half an hour now, or no, 22 minutes or so. You guys will get pushed over to the other stream right now. Thank you so much for watching the stream, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock. I'll be streaming from 5 o'clock tomorrow to 8 o'clock tomorrow. So 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, everybody? I got to pick up my sister from school tomorrow since my mom and grandparents are going to be at appointments or something like that. So that's just kind of me letting you guys know ahead of time here. But everybody have a fantastic rest of your night. Overall, guys, Bitcoin's looking fine. Bitcoin, I mean, it's going slow. It's getting rejected maybe here a little bit by the 20-day moving average, but everything seems to be okay with it at the moment. The short term, we have support on the 200 moving average at about $46,000. Okay, so that's what we're looking at right now. If it falls down below 46,000, take a look at your charts, take a look at your altcoins, and maybe time to sell a small position of your swing trades just to protect yourself from The chance if we do fall down below 46,000, then we're going to be heading down to like 44,000, which will be a sizable drop for any altcoins, right? That's if we drop. If we're lucky, we'll be able to actually bounce up and try to break out here. But, you know, we'll see that later on. Thanks, everybody, and thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Thanks again, and have a good night, Rodriguez, as well. Thanks, everybody.